the one, the only, the Angry Snowman. It's been a while, my friend. Angry Snowman.
What it do, man? What it do, my guy?
Hey, it's nice to have you. Thank you for joining, Snowman.
So I hear you're like the new supervillain of YouTube now.
Oh boy, it's been fun. It's been fun. It's been a wild ride, brother. Yeah. I mean, what do you make of all that craziness? You want to, been gangbanging, bro?
Well, to each their own, man. I'm not one for physically watching people still what's mine, but that's what you're into. That's what you're into.
Hey, different strokes for different folks. I guess I'm just one of them different folks.
Hey, I ain't mad at you.
That's good. I still love you too, Snowman. Yeah, and so I was on his show, and he's an older guy, and he it seemed like he understood sarcasm. And sarcasm is something a lot of people in this younger generation they don't know what sarcasm is. They don't understand it. They just don't understand sarcasm.
That's because they didn't have parents around to actually teach them these things. I don't even bother buying new cars anymore, man. Yeah. New cars are a waste of money. You might as well just go buy a used one from some private owner, to be honest with you.
That's the way I am. I roll that way too. I'm a big car guy. You probably are too. We grew up in a generation where we love cars. I mean, we come from a different era. You and I, different world.
Yep.
We came from where
yes,
we couldn't wait to get our driver's license. We couldn't wait to get the hell out of the house.
Yeah, and as soon as I got the hell out of the house, I was begging mom to let me move the fuck back in because I realized how bad the real world sucked.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? Yeah, it's funny how life works. But hey, man, you did it. You're here. You survived.
So kids, when they had these kids.
Yeah. Insomniac to the Queen says they need a belt across the backside. I
believe in corporal punishment to a degree. I do.
To a degree, yeah.
But
I'm the idea of a kid being beaten up to the point where he's
there's nothing wrong with a good old-fashioned passionate ass whooping.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely got my share.
But I do. I like when I punish, like my son, he's 7. I'm more into physical punishments. You know what I'm saying? Where you have to do physical labor, especially the type of physical labor that is unnecessary, that doesn't need to be done. Like my son, all through the summer, every time he screwed up, I have a big pile of wood, logs and stuff that I cut up for the burn pile. And he's moved that motherfucker probably 7 times this summer, from one part in the yard to another part in the yard, to another part in the yard, to another part in the yard. Yeah. Every time he messes up, I'm talking like 70, 80 logs, like a big wood stack. And I make him move it every time he screws up, does something stupid. Well, I don't like where that wood pile's sitting anymore, so I need you to take it and move it about 200 feet over that way.
Yeah. It's a different world, different mindset. I don't know. I just think that I don't think that all kids need to be belted or spanked or whatever. I do think that there is a place for discipline and a time for it and a proper way to implement it, I guess.
Well, I do think that there's a fair balance in discipline and discussion with kids. Yeah. I do. But I also agree with what Shannon Bale says. First, teach them to walk and talk, then you teach them to sit down and shut up. Yeah. And my kids, I've got into a lot of arguments with these quasi new age, child philanthropists or whatever, these people that think that they know how to raise kids and have all the answers, write all these books, but they've never had kids. And, I can't tell you how many times I pissed them off because I look at them and say, look, they say, well, you should give your kids choices. Even, and I'm like, no, my kids have 2 choices: to do what the fuck I said to do or get fucked up.
Yeah.
That's the only choice. My house, look, I believe in freedom, but my house is a communist country. Straight up. Communist as hell. I am the dictator up in here. You do what the hell I say or you're going, you don't have rights in my house. You have the right to do what the hell I tell you to do. It's that simple. When you turn 18 and move out, then you can do what you want. But until then, while you're living under my roof, spending my money, using my supplies, all the shit that I provide for you, you can shut the hell up, appreciate what you have, and do what the hell I said.
Hello. Hey.
Gangbanging.
Yeah, exactly. Sounds good to me. You want to be the meat in our sandwich?
Yeah, I don't swing that way, man. You're not my flavor.
Well, come on.
I'm not a big fan of stick pussy.
Yeah. It's a different world. It's a different world. Kids,
I stopped playing swords when I was like 6 years old.
Oh, that's funny.
That's the other thing, man. I don't get this. Why people, dude, people are losing their mind. So somebody's made a fucking comment in your fucking Instagram about something. What the fucking do? Get over it.
I know, it just cracks me up in a lot of ways.
Unless you have empirical evidence on somebody for something as serious as what dude's trying to do, unless you literally have real empirical, undeniable proof, dude, that's fucked up to even, accuse somebody of doing something like that with no evidence. That's fucked up, and that goes right into the type of people that there are today. Yeah,
you're right about that, and it's bizarre how the Psychobabble was talking about that. He's like, how in the hell can somebody sitting behind a keyboard down in Tennessee put this whole thing together? The guy really doesn't know shit about any of this whole case, and he's this. Well,
I think he needs to focus more on his music and stop worrying about what the fuck it is you or I or anyone else is doing. I mean, straight up, really. Obviously, this whole trying to figure out what crime scene investigation isn't his thing because it's fucking driving him fucking loony.
Well, what do you think is going on in his head? Is it because I'm starting to think it's just a marketing strategy?
It could be. I don't know, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. These Hollyweird types. Yeah. I don't understand them anyhow. I mean, because think about it. They get to a certain level financially that they lose touch with reality and the common working class. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't have somebody that when I'm sitting on the computer I can say, hey, go grab me a can of dip. You know what I'm saying?
You dip. Do you?
No, I smell shit without any real evidence.
Yeah, he kind of pissed me off when he came on the other day, and he demands me to answer to him, and I'm like, who the hell are you, man? It's like, you come on my show and demand me to answer to you.
Last time I checked, I have a Fourth Amendment right to my personal privacy and my effects and I'm just saying, unless you got a warrant that's issued by a judge that says I have to give you any information about anything, I suggest you just shut the fuck up and go back to rapping and singing country songs.
And, if he would have been decent, I might have answered the question. I don't know. I just felt like he was being an asshole, and it's like, I hit him right between the eyes with a 2x4. I said some choice words to him, and I mean, the video's it's on the channel for all of the world to see. But
look, and think about it like this too. Whoever that fucking user was on there, there used to be a time when men talked about weird, crazy shit anyhow, like gangbanging.
Locker room.
You know what I'm saying? Locker room talk.
Grab him by the right.
I mean, come on, Upchurch. I thought you were a man's man.
Yeah.
I thought you saw all the bullshit going on in the world and didn't take shit fucking serious. How do you know that just wasn't some random fucking shit? Somebody talking locker room talk in there. So it happened 6 weeks ago. Big fucking whoop. Big whoop.
Well, I think there's a lot of these guys on YouTube that can't create content. Guys like the Glare. I kind of got into it with him on Psychobabbles channel, and the guy gets pissed off at me, but I tell him the truth. He's not a content creator. He takes shit like what I'm doing, or like what he
recycles other people's content.
Yeah, like he'll take the show that you and I are on right now, and he'll talk some shit, and that's what he does, and it's easy to do stuff like that. But to actually go out and create content, create a panel, orchestrate the entire thing, go out and get the interviews.
I just had a quick question. I'm bug in here and everything. What was up with the message, anyways? With the whole gangbang thing, anyways.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm just curious. I mean, I'm not on anybody's side. I'm not trying to stir the pot. I was just curious.
It's all right. No, we actually talked about it. I was on Psychobabble show and we talked about it. It was just a spam.
Yeah, see, I just started watching it, the other day. So I just caught up here, and I was like, "What the hell?"
Hey, I wish I was out gangbanging at my age. I'd be pretty impressed with myself. My
wife would be thrilled. To each his own. I was just curious because it was like brought up and then cut off. You know what I mean? Yeah. Kind of like, what the hell was that about?
I'm not into the gangbanging, dude. I did a three-way one time with 2 chicks, and that was entirely too much fucking work. Too much work. Too much, man.
So what do you take away, Harold? You think I involved in the murder? Me and Icky Mel and Xana got together.
Honestly, I don't know enough about the case to say anything either way. From what I've been watching, there's a lot of what do you want to say? A lot of conspiracies, I guess you could call it.
Yeah. Let's just say this: if you are involved,
Upchurch's channel, you come up with a new conspiracy every 5 minutes.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm an Upchurch fan. I listen to his music. I go to his channels, but
a lot of people do.
I got to draw a line at a certain point.
Yeah. Because you're a sane man. You're a sane man. You're probably intelligent. I don't know. You graduate high school, and
I got my dad.
You're probably a smart guy. You think on your own 2 feet, and you can see through the horseshit.
Something doesn't seem right about with a lot of this stuff coming out and whatnot. I just want to know what happened with the girl. I can't wait for November.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, it almost, dude, with more stuff that doesn't seem to be coming out, it almost seems like one of those whole false flag fucking things now. You know what I'm saying? Like everything else, like the school shootings and stuff that end up turning out to be false flags. And what I want people to understand in the chat and on the panel, when I say false flag, I'm not saying it didn't happen.
Right.
I'm saying it happened. People died, but it was done for an actual reason. It was done for propaganda purposes or to push a narrative.
I think that could happen. I don't think that this is the case with Kylie, but I think that things like that could happen. I know you're probably thinking gun control. It's a way to go, push for gun control.
Well, it's a way to push for gun control. It's a way to actually to limit freedoms and put restrictions on people now too. I can
see that happening. Sure.
The timing of this is
the government to do something like that. In some
especially
cases,
being out in California, right? That happened in California.
Well, like today, I covered that Lancaster school, that Lancaster High School. It was the school in Lancaster, California. I think it was a high school. And they went on a lockdown. It came out as an active shooter, but then they said it wasn't. I don't know. Somebody reported it as an active shooter, but they had the SWAT teams, helicopters, school on lockdown. Imagine being a kid going through that shit. You got to look your desk.
Northwestern here in Massachusetts. I live in New Hampshire, but
they always try to scare you. If you do this, you're going to end up getting in trouble and going to jail or juvie or some shit. And nothing ever happened. Nothing ever happened. Every single time I pulled that thing.
I remember one of the things that me and some of my friends from the football team did in high school. We used to go. We were in the weightlifting class. Young, strong guys, and we used to take this kid's Volkswagen Bug. We pick it up, turn it sideways in the parking spot. The kid couldn't get out. I remember that was fun for us back in the day. Nobody got hurt. It's all right. I'm concerned about the devastating impacts. And I think that this could really. J-Mad Music says today's kids are spoiled little shits. I'd have to agree with him. I'd have to agree with that. I think they are spoiled.
They're spoiled and entitled little bastards, man.
You see these kids walking around with iPhones and.
Well, and it's not just that, man. It's even with jobs, man. They think that when they get out of high school or whatever, freaking
a medal. Yeah, that's right. He won a medal, but then everyone else, even the kids that came in last, everybody got participation trophies. I was like,
I always told my kids if they got a participation trophy, they might as well throw it in the trash because it wasn't allowed in my house.
Yeah, isn't that terrible? It's like I couldn't understand it. The kid that comes in last, he got one too. I was like, what the hell?
Dude, you shouldn't be, praised and lifted up for participating.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, winners come in first. If you're second, you're second. You get the bronze, the silver, the gold.
Participation should be mandatory anyhow. That's a given. Why are we giving out awards for something that you have to do?
Doesn't it kind of devalue the whole meaning and value of the first place trophy? I feel like it does.
Well, to me, I think that's why you have these young adults coming out thinking that they should be able to make $20, $30, $40 an hour. Yeah. You know, flipping burgers or doing whatever menial job it is that they're doing.
Oh man, speaking of which, Whataburger up the road from where I live, there's a Whataburger, and can you believe they're starting out at $15 an hour? I saw this as a brand new Whataburger, and they got a sign up as they're starting out at $15 an hour. I can't believe that. What the hell? My stepson works for FedEx. That's hard work.
Yeah. So well, not for to my own horn, but I'm far in between. The girl I'm currently with was no hate to her. She was very spoiled, and so I had to get her on the right path and stuff like that.
So in other words, you had to knock her out for pedestal, right?
Well, no. Look, that's the thing. That's the thing, and that's another thing area where I think a lot of men go wrong in this country is you did the right thing. Men are supposed to teach women to be the counterpart that they need to help them and be what's best for the family they're trying to build. So, I mean, that's your job anyhow as a man and a husband is to help teach your wife to be what's going to be best beneficial for you and the family you're trying to build.
How I learned all this stuff and stuff like that was all this knowledge at a young age all comes from being a kid.
Yeah.
It's very common.
You're right.
So
there's a lot of boys that are medicated in schools because schools are actually structured for girls.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. I agree.
After I learned
you're like me, 43, and have a 2-year-old.
If you look at the history of
sugar, high fructose corn syrup, I mean, it's in everything. I mean, you're right though. I mean, the men are kind of demasculinized now. It's like a more feminized men.
Masculinity is toxic unless it's a woman exuding the masculinity.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I've always been a big advocate for nuclear power, but they want to build. I mean, I thought what about the Keystone Pipeline? I thought that would have been great too, the Keystone Pipeline. But now we're all dependent upon. Go ahead. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. Go ahead, caller. What's your thoughts? Go ahead, caller. You there?
Yeah. So hey, Tony Dodge. I just want to ask, who was your gangbang?
Your mother.
Oh, my mother.
Your mother. Yeah. What do you think about that? You want to be involved with that? Maybe he wants to be part of it. You want to be part of it? Yeah. Right. And then he's gonna go in circles with that. No. Breaking Fetters, what's on your mind, my friend? You're sitting there all quiet.
What's up, you big old penis?
What's up, Snowman? Listen, I don't want to change the topic, and Tony, I hope that me and you can have a mature conversation right now.
Sure,
maybe I can get some answers to some questions that I have.
Yeah, absolutely.
I came up here. I just want to say this first. I came up here the other night before I had watched the entire beginning of the live and everything that transpired with Ryan, and I sat back after I got off the live and watched the rest of the live. And I got to say, I was a little taken aback by quite a few things. But before I get into that, would you mind showing your text threads to C-Files? Because he said that you told him to kill himself. And I want to know, is that true?
I would never say anything like that. That's absolutely
Would you mind showing your threads?
I don't know if I have it.
Okay.
I don't know if I have it.
Also, Ashley said that she spoke to you on the phone and that you brought up C-Files and that he's bisexual and that you're not really into guy things, but you wouldn't be opposed to watching two women get it on while you were sitting next to your wife, she said. Is that true or is she lying?
I'm not even sure what that has to do with anything. What
do you mean? You're talking on true crime and talking about missing children.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it has a lot to do with things because anybody.
All right. Well, hold on a minute. You're getting way off course here.
Don't. I know what you're going to do. You're going to cut me off and kick me off.
I don't know what your problem is. You can't.
I'm asking you honest questions.
Well, first off, who are you to be asking me these questions?
I'm breaking fetters.
Why do I need to answer to you?
Okay? You don't have to answer to you. You just look suspect as fuck.
Everybody looks suspect to you. Everybody does.
Nobody looks suspect. I came up and defended your podcast. I came up and said, now you're going to throw that in my face? You want to throw that in my face when I was up here bringing people onto your channel and
I'm not worried about that.
Content for your podcast.
Yeah, okay, and I gave you money, so what's the problem?
No, you didn't. And you can't answer the questions.
You liar. You're nothing but a damn liar.
You can't answer the questions.
You're a liar.
You can't answer the questions.
You're an absolute liar.
That's why you refuse to answer the questions. Ashley is somebody that you brought on your panel. And then you were talking about adopting a baby with her and all this stuff. And she's saying you don't even want to answer it.
I don't need to answer it.
See, that's what I'm saying. You do owe that to your subscribers.
I don't need to answer anything to you.
You do owe that to your subscribers.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
You
owe that to the people that have been supporting your ass.
You are out of line here.
No, I'm not out of line. You're out of line. You're a fucking coward. You're a fucking coward, and I looked into your ass. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You're a fucking piece of trash. And you're suspect.
Yeah, you're the murderer. You're a killer. You're a killer.
You're something definitely up.
You're a murderer.
You're something definitely up with you, bro. And you can't even answer the question honestly.
You're the one that spent your whole life in prison, not me.
Oh, here we go. Go ahead. I don't care. Say it. You're just making yourself look like a dumbass, bro.
You're the one that you're making yourself look like a dumbass.
No, I am not.
No, I'm not. You need to answer all these stupid questions. I don't need to answer.
They're not stupid. You're talking about dead children and missing children, yet you act suspect like a fucking pedophile.
Dude, you're a convict.
I don't give a fuck. We already know that. I said that from day one. Tell me something new, motherfucker. I'm finding all kinds of new stuff out about you.
You don't know nothing about me, dummy. You don't know nothing about me. What do you know about me? Absolutely nothing. Rumors?
I know that you had a conversation with Ashley.
You don't know shit.
You won't even answer
your mouth. You're just running your mouth, idiot. You don't know nothing about me.
You've said everything that I needed to hear, motherfucker. You said everything I need to hear. You deny everything, and you don't answer anything.
No, you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
People come up here and make content for you. And shame on you for telling C-Files to kill him. Hey, shame on you for telling C-Files to kill himself.
Shame on you for being a convict and killing somebody.
You were saying that when I was up here before, motherfucker.
Shame on you, man. Shame on you. What are you doing on here? What are you doing on my show? That's right. Go ahead and leave. Go ahead and leave. Carol Ann Starr says he kicked him off. Oh my God. No, I didn't kick him off. He left on his own. He kicked himself off. I didn't kick him off. He left. He left on his own. I didn't throw him out. You can't take the heat. Get out of the kitchen, right?
I mean, so.
All right, come back in.
Because you're not answering any questions.
Yeah,
what's there to stay up here for?
All right.
What's to stay up here for?
You're the one that jumped out.
Well, I'm asking you, what's to stay up for if you're not going to answer questions?
Yeah, you're the dumbass that left. You're the dumbass asking me all these questions.
All you're doing is just talking shit right now. I'm asking you honest questions. Why did you say that to Ashley?
I'm not even going to answer these questions.
See, why?
I'm not even going to answer these questions.
This is somebody that was on your channel that you were speaking to that came out and said that you said these weird things to her. C-Files has the text showing that you fucking told him to go kill himself.
You guys are so full of shit.
I'm full of shit? I saw the text.
You didn't see shit. You didn't see shit. Show it. Where is it? Show it.
Listen, C-Files will show it in due time.
Show the text then.
C-Files will show it in all due time.
No, I want you to show it.
Dusty Conger, everybody was back there and knows exactly what's going on.
You're all talk, man.
Why aren't you answering the question?
You're full of shit, man.
Why do you deflect and not answer the question?
I'm not going to answer to you because I don't need to. I don't need to answer to your question. You're full of hot air. You're full of hot air.
Ashley's full of shit. Everybody that's coming out and saying something is full of shit, right?
Yeah, whatever. The guy that comes on my show and drops a Cash App. Yeah, whatever.
Ashley's suspect, right? Yeah. Ashley's lying. Right. She's lying.
I'm not going to answer the question to you. Why do I need to answer?
You can't answer nothing. All you're going to do is call me an ex-con and all this shit. You didn't say any of that when I was up on your panel before.
Well, leave. You don't like the show. You don't like me. Then why?
I already have. I unsubscribed, and I'm just trying to get some answers from your ass. That's it. I'm just trying to get some answers.
I don't need to answer to you.
You care about and love C-Files so much, yet you fucking dog him out and told him to go kill himself. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You know you did. And why did you have a conversation with Ashley like that?
Where's your proof on all this?
Why? Ashley came out and said it.
All right, so where's your proof?
So I'm asking you.
Where's Ashley?
I'm asking you to say so. She's the one to come up here and talk to your weird ass.
Listen. You come on here making false accusations.
I'm asking you to clarify it.
All you have is
I'm asking your point. I'm asking you to clarify. That's what I'm asking you to do.
You do this all the time.
But you're saying, fuck you, I don't have to answer.
I don't know. This is probably why you went to prison. You have anger management problems.
Here we go. Okay.
Absolutely. You're damn right. Yeah. You got anger management problems. You can't control you can't control your temper.
Okay.
You make false accusations. You got no proof at all. You're just running your mouth. Where's your proof? You don't have any. You don't have no proof. All you got is hearsay. Oh, somebody said this. Somebody said that. Well, I mean, prove it. Okay. All right. And I don't need to answer to you.
I know. You've made it clear you don't need to answer to anybody.
I don't.
And just so you know, no Indian scammer, no Indian scammer. See, you keep talking over me because you don't want people to hear what's going on. You went on that show, that live. You went on that live last night, or fucking with Psychobabble or whatever, talking about it was an Indian scammer. No Indian scammer is going to sit there talking about fucking.
Then where's your proof on that? You know everything. Where's your proof?
You're not going to answer nothing, Tony. You're not going to answer. You don't feel like you have to answer to anybody.
Now you're contradicting yourself. You were on my show, dumbass. You were on my show saying that oh no, I checked it. No, that was from somebody that deleted users, somebody that deleted an account.
And I did my research and I was wrong and admitted it. And you know what? Your explanation of an Indian scam is not going to fucking message you about fucking having a fucking.
Okay, then who was I talking? Then who was I talking to?
You're a fucking clown, bro. You're a fucking clown.
The one that was
you just showed all your true colors by everything you just said right now. I came up here to ask honest questions, and you just can't answer.
You have nothing. You have like
no piece of shit, bro. You're sus. You're sus. I think you're a slapper for being a pedophile.
Then go away.
I am going away. Bye. This is the second time I'm leaving.
Why are you on here? You're
and
still
fuck
here.
Everybody in the chat.
You're still here talking shit. You're still here talking shit, running your big mouth. Oh, there you go. Okay, good. Go. Come on.
I got a serious question for you. I mean, I guess people say you're wrong for whatever you do behind closed doors or whatever, but wouldn't that be a morality thing and not technically a law thing? Have you done anything illegal?
No, not that I'm aware.
Even if that is true, even if you did whatever your message said, is that illegal?
I don't know. I'm not even.
Yeah, and also,
I don't even know if I did any of the things that people think I did. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. I mean, even if you did though,
Yeah.
and it was behind closed doors, and your wife knows about it, who cares? That's your wife.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
you know.
Oh, God.
And then they throw out a word like the P word. I mean, that's pretty that can ruin some people and stuff. That can kind of that's a pretty bad assumption whenever there's not even an age involved in this. There's no kid involved in it.
Yeah. Well, people, I don't know, man. You got a guy that makes a big thing out of nothing, and what can you say?
Yeah, and I've watched before, and I've seen that guy that was on yelling at you on here, and it's like
he's always yelling at people. He's always yelling at somebody.
I've heard him talk bad about Ryan, but then once he hears Ryan's video and 3 million subscribers are attacking him, now he goes and attacks the little guy and gets on the big guy's team.
Yeah, it's great. Blue says Tony wishes his sex life was so creative. It's like the Blue earlier.
Yeah, and then he contradicted himself. How do you sit there and say that? Oh, this is fake. It's fake. I get them all the time too. Yeah. No, I don't get those all the time.
Go watch our video from what is it? Was it the other day? It's public right now. You can go watch a video where Brian Upchurch comes on my show and him and I get into it, and you'll see where Fetters jumps on. Oh, I went on there and I looked, and Tony didn't do anything wrong, and that was that was a spam. I looked at it and it was a spam, and and then now he's going, no, it was you were definitely having a conversation with somebody. He just goes whichever way the wind blows, that guy, and I gave him money. I gave him money too, and he's denying it. I actually have proof of that he gave me money. But anyway.
I was here. I remember seeing it. I remember what you were talking about on Cash App.
Yeah, he drops his Cash App and he gets a bunch of donations on my show. Somebody sent him a pretty significant amount of money. I don't know how much he made total, but I mean, I gave him some money and other people gave him money. And the guy's now he's over here. Oh, you're this and you're that. And I mean, the guy's like, everything he's going off of is hearsay. Well, where's the proof? Oh, C-Files has a text. C-File has it. Well, show them to me because I can guarantee you C-File don't have any texts. I never sent any texts saying anything about harming himself. I never said anything like that. I've never said that to anybody.
I've noticed that some of these people, when they have YouTube channels, though, and they're not really involved in the community, they start to kind of create their own content, which sometimes is them going crazy just to get a reaction out of people that attach their content.
Yeah, that's probably what it was about. He probably did a publicity stunt for his YouTube channel because he does have his own YouTube channel, and that's probably what it's all about.
Tell me, man. Tell me.
Hold on, let me finish this call with the caller. Anything else, caller, before I let you go? I do appreciate you phoning in, though. Thank you.
Yeah, I can sit in the back. It doesn't matter to me.
You can sit in the back. All right. I'm going to go ahead. I appreciate your call, caller. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead, Dusty. What's up, buddy?
Hey, man. I don't understand. Look, I mean, like I said, we were on that live Upchurch and all that.
Yeah.
I didn't understand none of that shit that that was going on in C-Files when we were on there.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. And then C-Files reached out to us, man. He was crying and he was sitting there getting drunk.
Yeah.
And it fucked him up, man, because he said you were texting them saying, go kill yourself, go get on Ryan Upchurch's channel and shit.
Well, well, you're going by what he's telling you. And Dusty, I'm telling you right now, if C-File said that to you, I'm going to tell you right now, he lied to you. I'm telling you the truth. He lied to you. And I could probably have my wife vouch for that. My wife was here with me when I was on the phone with C-Files, and I never once ever said anything like that. He knows he's lying. C-Files, if you're watching this, you know you're lying, and you need to be honest about it. Because I never said that.
Well, I'm sure if he has a text, man, then I know if he said
if he had it, then Fetters would have showed it. So Fetters doesn't have any text. It's all a lie. I would never say anything like that to anybody. That is crazy. I would never say anything like that.
Well, I don't know, man, but it's crazy to me.
You believe what you want to believe. I'm just telling you I didn't say that. If you want to believe that I said that, then that's on you. But I'm telling you I didn't say that.
Okay, I hear you, but all I'm saying is it's all a bunch of bullshit, man. If you just come out there and say you didn't do anything, I know it's your channel, man. You don't have to say anything. But if you want to go out there and say something, hey, this ain't my Instagram, just go out and say it and let your viewers know, man. What is that? I mean, that's all you got to do, man. It'll clear your fucking name.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Instagram message that supposedly Upchurch brought up there.
Why do I need to answer to Upchurch? Why do I need to answer to you? I have to answer to you or anybody. It's not my problem that you don't believe me, and I don't feel that I need to convince you to believe me.
Okay, I understand that, but
I'm an innocent man. No, you need to listen to me. I'm an innocent man, and you're trying to say I'm guilty of something that I am not guilty of.
I didn't say you're guilty. I just said
you're acting like I'm guilty. I mean, you're insinuating that I am.
Okay. Well,
you assume because C-Files was crying and he said that to you, that's got to be the truth. And I'm telling you that C-Files is lying to you.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Well, that's all I'm going to say.
You're going to see.
Okay, I'm going to be on both sides of the fence. I ain't saying he didn't.
I don't care what side you're on. I'm telling you the truth. And if you want to believe him, then so be it. You go do what you got to go do. You know, subscribe to the channel. I'm just telling you, hey, when you find out that he lied, then you can live with that.
Well, I didn't want to do nothing stupid, man. I care about the boy, man. I don't want nothing to happen to him.
I did not say that to him. So I don't know. You want to believe that I said that to him? That's on you. I wouldn't say that to him. All right, now he's back.
I'm just curious. All the people in the chat that are sitting here calling C-Files a drunk and all this other shit. You weren't saying that when he was up here and you were telling him you love him.
Well, you guys need to understand.
Now all of a sudden he's lying, huh? He's a liar now, huh?
He's a liar.
And Ashley's lying too with what she said.
No, everybody's telling you the truth.
Another moderator that was in your chat is lying about what you said to her too, right? Everybody's a liar but Tony.
False accusations.
Everybody's a liar but Tony.
No, you act like you fucking know everything.
Everybody's a liar but Tony.
No, you're a convict and everything you say is the truth.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, that's why you're in prison. No,
I'm just asking. I'm asking.
No, Mr. Know-it-all. If you want to question it,
Ashley's lying too.
Ashley's lying. I'm not a convict.
No, you don't have to sit there and say that to him, man. He got his life straight and got it on the line.
Okay, Dusty, let me say it, bro. Because you wasn't saying that when I was up here before. You wasn't saying that when I was up here before.
Well, you shut your damn mouth.
You ain't gonna do shit. You aren't gonna do nothing.
I will do something. Yeah. Convict. Go ahead, run your mouth, you damn convict. Go ahead,
liar.
Go ahead and run your mouth, you convict. Go ahead. You guys are going to come on here and falsely accuse me. I'm an innocent man, and I got to deal with a couple of dipshits that come on here saying, "Well, C-Files said it. Well, C-Files said it. That's got to be true." And I'm telling you, that's not true.
Tony, I don't think it's your platform. I never just prove that you're innocent. I mean,
Dusty, I don't need to prove anything. You prove to me that I'm guilty. You prove to me that I'm guilty, Dusty. You prove that I'm guilty. I don't need to prove shit to you, Dusty.
Okay, I understand that. But look, I get on here.
Listen to me, Dusty. Dusty, listen to me. You prove to me that I'm guilty. Prove it. Prove it. And you too, Fetters. You guys prove that I'm guilty.
I got better things to do than that, man. I got a family.
Well, C-Files said it, so it's got to be true.
That's from multiple fucking people, Tony.
I don't give a shit. I got Ryan Dipshit Upchurch saying shit too. You think that's
I had to go in there. I had to get on other fucking lives. I had to get on somebody else's lives.
Hey, I can't help it that you guys can't think on your own 2 feet. I can't.
You won't let nobody fucking talk, Tony.
No, I don't think you talk. You won't. I'm telling you, I am innocent. I have nothing to prove to you or Fetters.
But all I'm trying to say,
no, Dusty, it's not whatever. Don't come on here and say that, oh, because so-and-so said it, and so-and-so said. None of these people are telling you the truth. None of them.
Okay, why do you get mad and start slandering
Because
people?
I got people making false accusations, and you're saying that.
Okay, then why you got to like
listen? You shut up and listen to me. When you come onto my show and you tell me that what I'm saying is a lie, and so-and-so, C-Files, whatever, said that I said this, and he was crying, and you're going to believe him over me, and he's an absolute damn liar. I have a problem with that. I have a problem that you're accusing me of something that I didn't do or say.
I'm just asking you to show facts. I didn't call you shit, man. I didn't call you a liar.
Listen to me. You show me the facts. You show me the facts. I don't need to prove a goddamn thing to you. You prove it to me. You prove it to me that I'm guilty.
Well, we'll see when it comes out.
No, you're going to see when it comes out.
Okay. I didn't know fucking allowed to sit there and defend my own goddamn family.
You're going to see. Well, ask Fetters. Ask C-Files. Where's the text? Where's it at? Where's it at that I told him to go take it and end his life? Where's it at?
Okay, well, I'll ask him today. I'll ask him today to give me the fucking text.
Exactly. So when you're accusing me, have some damn proof other than some drunk crying and saying that I said this and I said that.
Well, Tony, then you need to fucking call him yourself. Be a man and talk to him.
You need to call him. I'm not going to
talk to him every day.
I don't need to prove shit to you, Dusty. I don't need to prove anything to you. I don't need to prove anything. You guys need to apologize to me for being a bunch of shitheads. You guys need to apologize to me. Apologize to me, asshole.
Well, we're all assholes.
Yeah, both of you guys are assholes. You guys are all a bunch of assholes. Both of you. You both are spineless little bastards. When Ryan Punk Church came on here,
I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah.
I fucking did.
Yeah, I thought you'd got on your knees and service him.
You guys I bet that down live and fucking say my goddamn life.
All of you do. No, you don't need an apology. I want an apology from all you assholes. Come on here, accusing me of false bullshit. You guys, both of you. You guys should be ashamed.
You ain't done shit, man. That's what you gotta do. They won't be no fucking problem.
Dusty, I don't have to do a damn thing. You come on here and accuse me of doing something wrong, and I didn't do nothing wrong. You have no proof. You're running your damn mouth just like Breaking Fetters. Yeah, Breaking Fetters, a damn convict, a convicted killer.
Why do you refer to that shit? Why do you
come on here and accuse me? He's gonna come on here and accuse me of shit I didn't do. And you're gonna question my integrity? Excuse me? I have a clean record. I have nothing on my record. I got a clean record. I have anything on my record.
Yeah, I'm sitting here.
All right, so then watch your damn mouth when you come on here and make false accusations against me. I got nothing to hide.
I asked you this to prove, man. That's all I
Listen, Dusty, you prove to me. You prove to me that I'm guilty. You prove it to me. Prove it to me.
Okay, but
you can't prove it. You can't prove it.
Okay,
you can't prove it. And neither can Breaking Fetters. You guys are all going by hearsay. Well, so and so said this, so and so said that, but you guys don't have any kind of proof of anything. Nothing.
So all these people that are going to sit there and lie about everything they said that you said, they're going to sit there and lie to us about that.
Yeah.
That's what everybody else.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, where's your proof, dude? Where's your proof? Where is? You don't have none. You don't have any. Where's your proof?
Well, it'll set you free when it does come out. If they do got shit, if they do got things, it'll come out.
Set you free, buddy. You're full of shit. You're going by hearsay. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm telling you the damn truth, and you can't seem to get that through your skull. I didn't say anything to C-Files about whatever he said about, oh yeah, go take your life. I never would say that to anybody.
Okay, I'll hear you. But look, if you fucking care about him like you said you do, man, just fucking talk to him and ask him why he said that shit then.
Well, why is he not on the show then? If he's, why is he not here?
Because he's fucking upset, man.
Bullshit. I don't say that to him. No, I didn't say anything like that to him at all. And he knows he's lying. He knows he's lying. He played you guys. I know he seems all sweet and innocent. I've never said nothing mean to the guy. I mean, we had a disagreement on the phone. And, I called him out of how he folded on me when Ryan Upchurch was on here. And, he was just saying we could have handled it better. And I disagreed with him. I said, hey, you got your thoughts and I got mine. All right, you're still back for seconds. Well, now you kicked me off the screen.
I was in the backstage jacket. I'm not a convicted felon. I'm not a convicted murderer. I'm not a convicted murderer. So get your backstage. You just slandered me. And all I did was ask you a question. I asked you two questions. I never murdered anybody. I'm not a convicted murderer. So thanks for slandering my name right now. Thanks for burglary and Grand Theft Auto. Extravagant child molester. Extravagant child molester.
Yeah, you stabbed a child molester. You stabbed somebody.
Yeah, I did. A child molester.
So you tried to kill somebody.
Yeah, child molester.
All right. Excuse me. You tried to kill somebody. All right, that's murder. You got me. All right, murder. Okay, close enough. All right.
Yeah, that's how you said that. You tried to kill a pedophile.
Well, yeah. Well, you think like it doesn't matter. Everybody you don't like.
Nasty fucking.
You're gonna everybody you don't like. Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna stab everybody? Can't handle yourself. He jumps out. All right, you're back for more. Go ahead, Dusty.
Well, I accidentally dropped out. But man, look, I just don't understand why you're on your own feathers ass and calling them all this shit. How you gonna call them fucking comments?
When you assholes come on here and accuse me of things I didn't say, you're accusing an innocent man of something he didn't say. I didn't say that. And you act like you know everything. Oh no, so and so said it. It's got to be true, and it's not true. It's not true.
Okay, when somebody calls you out, why you like talking shit back to him, call him a convict or call him a this?
He is a convict. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, it's a fact. But he turned his life around.
It's a fact. He's a convict.
But he turned his life around, right? He turned his life around, didn't he? Right?
Well, what's that got to do with anything? That's not the point.
You shouldn't explain to somebody when they
question my integrity. How do you know he turned his life around? You don't seem that. Look at his hot temper. I don't think he turned his life around. I think he's a ticking time bomb.
Apparently, it looks like he did to me, man. He's got a good fucking job. He's got a wife and kids.
All right, he's got such a good life. He's dropping his cash apps on my show. Yeah. All right.
Because he thought, at first he thought you was a good dude, man. You might can help you help out.
Right, then what have I done wrong? Explain to me, what have I done that was illegal or immoral? What did I do? Explain that to me.
Well, first off, when you shared that I Sing Live a few 6 weeks ago, which I never seen before until here lately. And sorry, you
Dude, you go whichever way the wind blows. You got no spine. You got no morals. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. I mean, you think I did what? What did I do? What did I do, Dusty? What did I do? Tell me.
You put shit out there and so people can fucking screenshot it and all that and start a bunch of shit on you, man. If you want to declare your name and just say, hey, subscribers and all this, I didn't do this. I can prove it to you. I mean, that's all I'm saying, man.
Shut up. You were on my show. You were on my show, what, yesterday, the day before? Oh, Tony, you don't need to prove yourself to anybody. You don't need to do that. As I said, I don't need to prove myself to anybody. And you agreed with me. Yeah, you're right. You don't need to prove yourself to anybody. Now suddenly, oh no, you need to prove it. Now you need to prove it. Now you need to prove it.
That's not gonna yell bullshit about you, man. I mean, that's why.
That doesn't mean I gotta go prove anything. I have nothing to prove to you or anybody else, any other asshole out here. I don't need to prove anything to any of you. Nothing. In America, you are innocent until proven guilty, and I haven't done anything. I'm sorry, I haven't done anything. I'm completely innocent. And you're trying to prove, well, you did something because Ryan Upchurch put out a video and said some stupid shit, so he's gonna be
no, I ain't agreeing with that.
What did I say? Did you see any text messages on C-Files? So Dusty, what are you gonna? I want an apology when you find out C-Files lied to you. I want an apology from you. Just I want you to know that right now. Okay? Okay? I'm serious. Yep. All right, you better apologize to me. You better apologize to me. You better apologize to me. Fetters needs to apologize to me.
When I'm fucking wrong, Tony, I admit it right away. Okay?
Well, you are wrong. You are wrong, and you owe me an apology. And Fetters also owes me an apology because both of you guys are going off of lies. You're going off of lies. It's all hearsay. Yeah, no proof of anything. I didn't do anything wrong at all. You guys are all going off of hearsay. Somebody said that you said this, and I'm telling you that I did not say any of that. And you're going, oh, well, so-and-so said it, and he was drunk, and he was crying, so that means that you did it. And I'm telling you, no, I didn't do that. I didn't say that. And you continue to insist, oh, you must have done it. You're guilty. You got to prove yourself innocent. Like, no. You got to prove that I'm guilty, because I'm telling you right now, I'm innocent. And you guys were lied to. I'm telling you, C-Files lied. Well, I'm telling you that you got lied to. I'm telling you right now on all over YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. I'm telling you guys right now that you got lied to. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I don't need to prove myself to anybody. Anybody out there, I did absolutely nothing wrong. It's crazy to me that you guys believe all the bullshit lies. That's what's crazy to me. Yeah, I don't understand. All I can say is I'm an innocent guy, and you guys are being lied to by C-Files. I mean, I'm being accused of something I didn't say. I mean, don't you expect? You don't understand that. You don't understand that. You don't understand that. No, you're accusing me of something I did. That's why I'm getting upset with you. I'm trying to tell you that I didn't say that, and you're listening to a drunk, and you're listening to a convict, and you don't listen to me. I mean, I think I have more integrity and credibility than those two guys. No, all them are just all making up fucking lies, right? Exactly. Yeah. You don't just read the comments right now. How many comments are bullshit? You're dealing with people that can't think for themselves. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, are you guys getting bullshit comments that aren't true? Well, maybe if you start to pay attention, maybe you can figure this out. There's somebody trying to divide us. Maybe somebody saw, hey, these guys got an insomniac hour that's going very well. Let's fuck this up. Yeah, well, whatever, man. You're right. It's bullshit that you're accusing me of something I didn't do. Well, I believe you just fucking come on, say it, man. You're listening to what I'm telling you. You don't hear me, Dusty. You don't hear me. You don't hear me at all. You don't listen to what I'm telling you. I'm telling you I didn't say any of this stuff, but you continue to believe, well, C-Files is crying and he's drunk. That means he must have said it, you know? Hey, C-Files knows he's lying. C-Files knows he's lying. He knows he is. Okay, well, that's the next. You need to call C-Files and ask him why he lied to you. I'm sure if you say shit, I want to see that. I'm right there. I know. Right. And then he owes you an apology for lying to you. They say they got the fucking message. Okay, man, but you don't have to fucking sit there and slander him like that. I don't say slander. No, wait a minute. No, that's not slander. What you're doing is slander. What you're doing is slander against me. You're slandering me by saying I said something. You're slandering me by saying you're claiming that I said something I didn't say. You're slandering me. I didn't slander anybody. I said Fetters is a convict, and he is. That's a fact. That's not slander. That's a fact. He's a convicted ex-convict. That's exactly what he is. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I don't have to get on here and get you views and all that. I can fucking call you. I don't care about any of that shit. I don't care about the views. I'm not worried about that. I make plenty of money beyond YouTube. I'm not hurting for views. I'm not hurting for money. I'm doing fine. I don't need it. I mean, you guys are the ones that jumped on my show accusing me of saying something I didn't say. I didn't go after you. You came on my show. Yeah, great. Wonderful. But that's all you got. And the drunk guy calls you up and is pissed off, and he said,
multiple fucking people saying shit about you, man. So that's
look at the comments, dumb shit. I know that. I got a whole bunch of people saying that's not true. I got a whole sheep squad saying shit that's not true.
Call me names then?
I take on this army of shitheads by myself. I'm not a spineless asshole like you are, and make false accusations.
You just putting words in.
You just got to make false accusations. Yeah. All right.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Okay. Now it's fuck you. All right. Jumps out. Whatever. Hey, don't come onto my show accusing me of shit that ain't true. Don't do that. Especially when I'm innocent. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't say any of that stuff. And Fetters, you owe me an apology. Dusty, you owe me an apology. Both you guys. And C-Files, you owe me an apology too for being a liar. If you said that, you're a liar. You know you're a liar, and all three of you are liars. Fetters, I think you're just doing it because you're trying to promote your YouTube channel. I think that's all that was about. I was really good when I gave you money. You were, oh yeah, thanks. I gave him money. He was good with the money. He comes onto my show. Fetters came onto my show. He drops his Cash App on my show in the comments. Some of you subscribers and viewers gave him a hell of a lot of money because he cried that, well, you know, my transmission went out in my car. And poor me, cried the blues. He claims to be a carpenter, which I think is probably a lie. He never seems to go to work. He's always on YouTube. He claims that he's a carpenter, which I think now is probably just a complete lie. But yeah, he comes onto my show. He drops his Cash App. Everybody gives him money. Oh, I was okay for the money, wasn't I, Fetters? I was good for that. And my wife and I gave him some money, and he was good with that. And then he comes back and he's like, he's playing these games, and yeah, I don't know. It is what it is, but don't come onto my show accusing me of something I didn't say. I didn't say any of that.
Well, I also don't really give a shit about all this sexual shit because we're adults. Who fucking cares what you say about sex? And you can't even joke with people anymore. You can't even joke.
And that's the truth of it. Yeah, you're right about that. We can't say anything in jest. We can't joke. Everything's just. It's a scary world that we're living in. I mean, everything is just being blown out of context, taken out of context, blown out of proportion. But I think I don't know. It's like I thought we were having a good time on the show, and
well, there's a lot of opinion, like with this Ashley crap. There's I noticed a lot of women, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but they think things are worse than what they actually are, and they'll be like, I joke a lot in the comments, and I might seem nasty or whatever you want to call it. I talk shit, I say things, and people will tell me some of the women will say, calm down, and I'm not even really saying anything. It's like, is this church or is this insomnia?
Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Okay, go ahead, caller. What's your take? Go ahead.
My name's Megman. We got another super.
All right, good. I appreciate that. Thank you. Caller, which crack house are you calling from tonight?
Listen, why did you make Miss Patty cry?
Which crack house are you calling from?
Why did you?
I'm asking you, which crack house are you calling from? Are you in a mental institution or are you in the crack house?
Mama's crack house.
You're in Mama's crack house? You're in your Mama's crack house? It sounds like you've been hitting the crack pipe all night. I appreciate your call. Thank you very much. Get some rest. You sound like you've been tweaking out too hard. Lovebug says, our show's the best. Lovebug53 says, Tony's show is the best. I agree with that. I agree with that. Thank you, Lovebug. We appreciate it. Appreciate everybody being here and this craziness so that, you deal with all this BS, these jackasses. I took on an army of the Sheep Squad all by myself. And hey, those of you that have been fighting the fight with us, I want to thank you guys and girls. Man, we got good people. We got good moderators. We got good people. I love each and every one of you. Definitely happy that you guys are on our side. And I appreciate you being official Dream Chasers as well. Yeah, become a member. Yeah, become a member of our channel. Become a official Dream Chaser. Yeah, why not? What else? Appreciate all the comments in here. Great comments, some wild comments, everything in between. Never know what you're going to get. You never know what you're going to get on this channel. Let's grab a call. Go ahead, caller. What's your thoughts? Go ahead.
Okay, so first off, I want to know if you're going to try to pull.
You can try to pull what? Okay, this guy's calling from the mental institution or a crack house. Put it in the comment section where you think this guy's calling from, a mental institution or crack house. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
You on your integrity.
I've
got a quick question. Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Pedophilia or necrophilia that you're in?
Okay, so this guy's either calling from the mental institution or the crack house. Put it in the comments. Where do you think he's calling from? Is it the crack house or is he calling from the mental institution? Let's check it out. Caller, are you calling from the mental institution or crack house? Where are you calling from tonight?
I'm calling it from.
Okay, it sounds like he's at the crack house. Sounds like crack house. Who says crack house? I think he's calling from the crack house. Are you calling from the crack house? Okay, sounds like a crack house. How much crack did you smoke tonight, caller? How much crack? You're doing what? Are you hitting the pipe right now? It sounds like you're hitting the pipe, caller. Are you hitting the pipe? You lighting up the spoon. What is it? What are you doing, caller? Yeah, okay. I appreciate your call. We get a lot of these calls from the crack houses and mental institutions. You just never know what you're going to get. But yeah, it definitely sounds like a crack house, caller. You might want to get some rest, put the crack pipe down, go back to sleep. It's all going to be all right. Hey, caller, what's your thoughts?
What's up there, Tony, buddy?
Hey, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Pennsylvania.
God bless
you. How are you doing today?
Hey, we're having a wild night, man. We're rocking and rolling through the Insomniac Hour. What's on your mind?
I just have a quick question. I'm kind of confused in the very beginning with this whole church thing. You kind of seemed like you were fanboying out. What was your turning point?
Yeah, well, I'm a fanboy because I treated him well, and I thought he was a nice guy. I didn't know who he was. I thought he was a nice guy. Yeah, I kind of, yeah, you're probably right to some degree. I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah,
I'm glad you're being rational and not, I'm calling from the crack house. We're not all like that.
No, I know you're not. Don't misunderstand. I mean, some of you guys are really good guys. I do get those that call me with crazy ass,
I'm sure you do.
I mean, no, you're good guy.
Disclosure, I've been a long time fan of church. I love his fucking music, whatever.
Yeah, I
don't agree with everything he does. I mean, I'm not a monolithic person. Point blank. Period.
But hold on. You're rational. You're a rational thinker, right? You got to admit that some of the stuff he's saying is kind of out there, right? I mean, I think we can all agree on that.
With all due respect to him, because I have not lost any respect for the man. He's done far too much good in my eyes.
Yeah, I'm sure he has.
Overall, I believe he's went down a rabbit hole. And I can't say that I haven't done the same myself in other past cases.
Right.
Because I'm a true conspiracy theorist, and it's coming straight from Alex Jones' own mouth. Everybody, when you start on the conspiracy train, your mind starts to get clouded to where everything's a conspiracy around you.
Right.
And you have to take a step back.
Yeah. And I think you're right. I agree with you 100%. I think he does need to take a step back. I don't hate Ryan.
Here's the thing that I really disliked what you did. Let me just put it there. No. When you started, it would have been real simple for you just discredit his answer in his question the other night.
Well, of course it could have been.
That whole my mom is your mom. That was disrespectful.
Well, no, it wasn't disrespectful. He was disrespectful to me when he came onto my show and demanded I answer to him.
He was disrespectful.
No, listen to me, caller. Ryan Upchurch is a nobody. He's not my boss. He's an entertainer. He's a singer. He's not my boss. He's not going to come on my show and demand that I answer to him. Who the hell is he? He's a country singer? Who is he that I need to answer to? He's not my boss. I don't have no reason to answer to him at all. None at all.
His mother, he hasn't brought your family into it. You're the one.
No, you're actually wrong about that. He's made plenty of videos about me. I don't know about my family. I don't know if he's done videos on my family or not, but he's definitely done videos about me. So, I mean, so what? I stood my ground to him and I hit him back. I mean, what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that.
All right.
I'm just saying, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, your opinion is wrong.
Well, that's in your eyes.
No, it's not in my eyes.
All...
No, you got to listen to me. He came onto my show. He came onto my show and demanded that I answer to him about these text messages. Who is this guy? He's not my boss. I have no reason to answer to him for anything. I don't explain anything to him. You guys feel like you have to answer to him, but I certainly don't feel that way.
But to take the child this route and saying, your mom, your mom, your mom, your mom.
All right, so I said your mom. I was being sarcastic. That's called sarcasm. Yeah, so he didn't like it. He ran back home, cried to mama. What am I supposed to say? Yeah, that was sarcastic. Yeah.
Well, it looked like it didn't bother him whatsoever.
Well, then good. I'm glad it didn't. But I was being sarcastic. I was being sarcastic. That was called sarcasm. Yeah, I was sarcastic. I admit that.
Sometimes you got to battle. You got to have a battle. You got to use your wits about it.
Well, you don't come onto my show and demand that I answer to you.
I don't think he demanded it. He asked you for one.
No, he demanded that I needed to explain it. And I was pissed off the way he presented that to me. Here's the thing. Maybe had he asked like in a decent manner, but he comes on and just like, here's what these text messages, like I need to just answer, drop everything and answer to him. Like I'm going to just, oh, dear God, it's Ryan Upchurch. He's my boss. I have to answer. I'm not like these other guys. I don't feel like, Ryan Upchurch can kiss my ass. I don't care. I don't care about the guy. I don't give a shit. Whatever. He's got his damn music. Let him go do his music. He's not my boss. Ryan Upchurch can go fly a kite. I don't care about Ryan Upchurch. Don't give a damn. I didn't even know who the guy was.
I watched this from the very beginning when he first popped onto your stream, when you examined it on there. Yeah. She's your supposed co-host.
No. She actually wasn't technically a co-host. She was kind of a guest. Maybe we were working together. I don't know. Maybe in some way she was a co-host, but not really. I mean, yeah, we're kind of testing the waters, I guess. Maybe something like that. I don't know.
In your eyes that night, because you let him just go wild on her and you didn't have shit to say to rein him in.
All right.
You enjoyed the show.
No, that's actually not completely true. I did say, hold on a minute, Ryan. I tried to calm him down. I tried to get him to relax. And I tried to just, have Xana play the video. Try to have her play the video. And he said, play from the beginning. And she played it, she wouldn't play from the beginning. And that kind of like, well, hell, I didn't know at that point if maybe, what was that the beginning of the video? And then when we did want to play from the beginning, when he sent me the video and I went to play it from the very beginning, then she got like, I'm out of here, I'm leaving. And I was like, well, why can't you just stay throughout the video and then we'll just go from there. But she jumped out and hey, it is what it is. And I told her to come back. And Ryan, to his credit, he did apologize. Whether it was legit or authentic, I don't know. But he didn't say what she claimed, but it is what it is. Yeah, she kind of insinuated. He kind of insinuated it, but didn't actually say, about the dog. But anyway, yeah, all right. So
what I want to ask you is,
right, go ahead.
is the night that the lady that was on your panel that fell out from the supposed diabetic seizure or whatever she claimed she was having, clearly she was fucking high. I don't give a shit.
Well, you don't know that though. You can't make false accusations. You don't know that. We don't know that. Maybe she was. I don't know. But anyway, thank you for your call. It is what it is. As we're rolling through the Insomniac Hour, anybody else want to join the show? I dropped the link down here in the comment box. If anybody wants to come on the show, grab another call. Go ahead, caller. What's your thoughts?
Hey, Tony Macaroni.
Yeah, what up, my man? What up?
Hey, so I just want to make sure that all your subs and shit, that everybody in here knows that like on a serious note, that you admitted to.
I didn't admit to anything. What did I admit to? Are you calling from a crack house, or where are you calling from?
A job one that you should probably get.
Yeah, what's that? I think this guy's calling from a crack house. Yeah, John Kelly Grant says crack house. Yeah, I think he's calling from the crack house. Yep, crack house. We get him from the crack house all night long. Go ahead. John Kelly Grant says, awesome show. Appreciate it. Love it. CB Shenanigans says, what's up, Insomniac family? All right, Jess Metz says, where's your membership link? Where is our membership link? I don't know. It's up there somewhere. So again, I think it's up there somewhere. What's her name here? Carolyn Starr says, Tony, let them have their opinion. You can cut them off, or you can't cut them off. You can't do that. I can do anything I want, Carolyn. It's my show. This is my bar. Let's get one thing straight for all of you. This is my bar. It's my rules. It's my show. If you don't like it, you don't have to be here. Feel free to leave. If you don't like the show, you can feel free to leave. Go away. We play by my rules. This is my bar. If you're going to come onto my show, you're going to play by my rules. And that's all there is to it. You can take it or leave it. It's my bar. And if you don't like it, hell, go start your own YouTube channel. Do your own YouTube show. But I want to thank all my subscribers that have been with me from the beginning. And if you're new, I welcome you as well. Thank you for being here. CBS Shenanigans says, I love your show, Tony. We love you too, CBS Shenanigans. Thank you for being here. Lovebug53 says no more crackheads. Uh-oh. Well, let's find out. Let's take the next call. Let's see. Go ahead, caller. What's your thoughts?
Yes. I had called in last week whenever we were talking about going to Burning Man, and I was RSVPing for the gangbang.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Well, make sure your mom makes it there. Appreciate the call. Go ahead, caller. What's your thoughts?
We got a
Yeah, do we? That's awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you for your call. I think that was 2 mental institutions in a row. two in a row, baby. 2 in a row. 2 mental institutions in a row. Right, we're kicking ass and taking names, right? We're kicking ass. We don't cheat and take names. Exactly. We got cheat squad on us. We're just don't cheat like crazy. It is what it is. I mean, these guys are ridiculous.
Here's Ryan's theory on you. You claim you own several trucking companies, and then you try to women.
Oh my goodness.
Through those companies.
Well,
somehow you run a traffic company. I thought, oh my god. His mother has a channel. She's talking about you.
Yeah. I'm not creating content. I really am.
I'm like, you these people are nuts.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
They're all the rappers.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's really scary about it. Is people actually believe all this stuff.
Yes.
That's what's scary.
Yes.
They went on for people. Yeah, and that's what psychopath like talking about something like that. But they got a lawsuit.
Yep. Yeah. His money.
Wow.
That's that character.
Yeah, it is. I think you're right. I don't know. That's nothing back on arguing. So we're gonna gang mom and everything on. No sarcasm, but you can't handle sarcasm. You can say crazy shit about everybody else. Gang mom, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's getting better. Why don't I say that? Why do you take coffee in your case?
Yeah, I just want to gang mom. What's wrong with that? Come on, come on. Jeez. Crazy. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well. That's a good way to put it. I don't like it. That's a good way to put it. I don't know. You just always probably believe people and we need the guy that snatched them aside and said, "Do you know what to do?" Mom didn't know what to do. Mom goes on YouTube making videos and he's on YouTube making videos and that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. We look at him. They look at his ass. He's falling everywhere. They follow him. Look at his ass. They get his butt. They get his feet. It's crazy. Yeah. All right. Okay. Thanks. I'm getting a lot of messages. Yeah. No. All right, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Thank you for working on. I appreciate all the work, Mom. All you I love you. There. Yeah. No, we're hard now. We're hard today. All right. You take care. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right.
Everybody saying like how you disrespected his mother makes no sense to me because she was cussing Jane, or was that her name? Not Jane. Jamie. She was calling her. She was calling her a bitch. And
are you talking about Shauna, Dusty's wife?
No, Upchurch's mama. Everybody's talking crap because you disrespected her. First off, she's a super young mother. She 100% had Upchurch when she was in her teens, which is fine. But it's not like she's ancient. She's fairly young, and she's cussing other people too. It's not like you. I mean, you didn't know at that time, but she was doing the same thing. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me how one wrong is okay, but then you do something and then that's not okay.
Yeah. I mean, he came onto my show and like demanded I answer about that text, and I didn't. If he would have been like decent maybe about it or asked in a nice way, but he like demanded like I need to answer, and I'm like screw you, man.
You can tell by the way he talks and stuff like that. When it's him and his boys, they're talking all kinds of crap.
Yeah.
So they talk about running a train on a girl one day and just all kinds of crazy shit.
Like, and it's okay for him to say that, right? He can say that about other people, but God forbid if we throw it back in their face and he gets, he kind of got his ass handed to him. He didn't. I guess it must have shook him or something because Mama had to go on the internet and he had to go on the internet and. Oh, well, I took on an army of shitheads all by myself. But
well, I appreciate that you opened up the chat again because the good ones shouldn't have to suffer, bad ones. And to be honest, when they come in here acting all crazy, it's entertaining anyway. I know it probably isn't to you because you're like a lot of hate and stuff like that. And
I need more moderators. If you want to be a moderator, let me know. Maybe I can make you a moderator. I don't know.
Homie, I've been on your panel a million times. I just changed my name and picture because I done got scared for all these freaks out here.
Are you Brandy? Brandy? Yeah. Oh, I thought I thought you were. I thought you were. Yeah, you just never know what we're gonna get on here. You just never know. But you're a good person. No, we've had you on plenty of times. Yeah. I appreciate you being here.
I used to love Ryan, but now me and my husband can't listen to him. Even though his music, it's not like his music turns shitty all of a sudden. It's good music, but just because of everything going on, we can't even bring ourselves to listen to it anymore. Yeah. And it's sad that he's doing this to so many people. And I like psychobabble, but at the same time, man, he's coming a little unhinged too. And it's all centered around Ryan.
Oh, I was on this show. He's a nice guy. I like him. I like psychobabble. I think he's a nice guy.
I was watching before I went to bed, and
he has a sensible approach. I mean, I thought he has like a common sense approach to everything.
He does. Like I said, I think it's becoming a little too all consuming. But then again, I think it's all consuming to everybody. I think there's like 100,000 people who for a month and a half now have just been sucked into YouTube drama and we can't get out.
It's a vicious cycle. It feels like you get caught up in this vicious cycle and there's no stopping it. Seems
yeah. And I mean, I missed the whole C-Files thing. I don't know what happened with that. I know in Psychobabble.
I told exactly what happened with that. It was what he's claiming that I said is not true, and he knows he's lying. C-Files knows
I don't even know what he said. Like I said, I watched a little bit of Psychobabble while you were on there, and then I went to bed.
Dusty came on and claimed that I said to C-Files about he ought to just end his life and do it on Ryan's channel or something like that. I would never say end your life. I would never say that to anyone. And he's lying and he knows he is, and he's drinking, and I mean, so what? That's my fault that he's drinking now, and everybody thinks that is my fault. They're like, hey, we had a disagreement, but I didn't say anything mean to him. I mean, we did have a disagreement, but I didn't say anything mean to him. We just disagreed about how things were handled that day, and I just disagreed with him.
I kind of want to say that, I mean, he would. I think he's one of those people. He wants to be with whoever's going to give him the biggest leg up.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Because everybody seemed to see how he folded on me when Ryan jumped on.
Well, I mean, Upchurch, he jumped on and he was like, C-Fowls, you seem like you're a smart dude. And like, I'm not trying to be mean by no means. Like, C-Fowls seemed like a sweetheart, but at the same time, he wasn't right, you know? And then his mama turns around and then starts saying he's dumb as crap and everything. So I think Upchurch did that to try to get him to switch sides. Like, you know, give somebody attention and then they'll just jump ship. I think it is. He just wants attention.
Yeah. That's probably what it is. Probably what it is.
I mean, like I said, he seemed sweet and everything, but
that was good. I was nice to him. You guys seen? I mean, I joke around with him. We play around. I treated him pretty good. I was.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, whenever he was on the show, it was very rarely any kind of like stimulating conversation. You know, like it was almost like he was bringing the show down anyway.
Yeah, I had a lot of people saying that to me, and I tried to address that with him. I was like, "Hey, C-Fowls, stop over speaking over everybody and say, shut up. If everybody would just shut up. Remember how you would do that? And I don't know. Wow. Tiki Kitty says C-Fowls ran Sarah off. Did he run her off? I don't know. I had a lot of people tell me they didn't like C-Fowls being on the show. I don't know. I mean, I try to give the guy a chance. I thought he's a nice guy, but then then he just takes this weird turn and says, I said something I did not say. Then I get attacked by two other guys, and they're like, oh, you must have said it because they said you said it, so you must have said it. I was like, wait a minute. What a bunch of BS. But anyway, it is what it is. I don't feel like I need to prove myself innocent. I didn't do anything wrong, and if I did say it, I would have just admitted to it if I did.
Well, everybody expected you to give proof of Instagram and all that other crap. I don't even have Instagram, so I don't even know how that shit works, so I couldn't tell you one way or another. But everybody wanted you to show proof. Just show your DMs. Prove you're not right. But then C-Fowl says whatever. He could show proof. I mean, apparently, from what I am gathering, like I said, I'm really behind on all this. But what I'm gathering, it happened in like chat somewhere. So wouldn't there be proof? Like, couldn't he get screenshots? I mean, unless he took them at the time. But I mean, everybody screenshots everything nowadays. You can't get away with nothing.
Yeah, true. True.
I don't have to prove himself to nobody.
Well, yeah, but when you come out with accusations, though, you do have the burden of proof. So when people are accusing Tony, they have the burden of proof to prove what he did or what they think he did. So C-Fowl's accusing Tony of whatever he did. Like I said, I don't know. He has the burden of proof to prove he did it. And then once the proof is shown, then that's when Tony would be able to come out and, defend himself and be like, okay, well, this is actually what's up.
Yeah.
And everything's taken out of context, unfortunately. I mean, it's just like that one short that's going around with Tony, and like it's out of context. If
exactly.
You go back to the video,
Nobody plays the entire show. They just play a little snippet of what I said. They don't play like the entire phone call. It was a prank call. I got pranked from somebody, and I just rode with it. I use a lot of sarcasm on my show. You guys know that, and that's some people get it, some people don't. I don't think the younger generation understands sarcasm. It's just,
I don't think they
not all of us. Some of us understand it.
Yeah. Well, I guess Amber understands it, but there's a lot of people that don't understand sarcasm. And that's all it is. That's what I said. Psychobabble, and him and I were talking about that. Psychobabble, he understands what sarcasm is, and
Psychobabble did the funniest video. I don't know if you saw it or not. But
I don't think I saw it, but I think my wife and Blue, Blue and our moderator.
Sitting there like, Ronnie is married to Zanime. Like, he made this super funny video, and the whole time I'm dying laughing because I know it's bullshit. It's plain as day. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just, making a funny video.
Yeah.
And then one woman called in, and I think it was your show, but she called in and swore up and down it was real.
Yeah.
And she was older though, so like I don't even know how some people. I just think some people are super dumb, and I hate to say that. And I know I talk real country, so I probably sound dumb.
Oh, sorry. I've always loved the Southern accent. Mama T, the OG, says, "Why would they believe C-Fowls? At first, I didn't like him because he was hateful and rude, and then I felt sorry for him, and then I slowly started to see who he was. But to say a lie like that on Tony is wrong. Thank you, Mama the OG. Mama T, the OG.
Agreed.
Yeah, and it is a lie. And C-Fowls, if you're watching, you're lying. He did. He lied. He just straight up lied. And and then Fetters is jumping my ass saying, the guy's just full of crap and he's got nothing. I'm like, well, where's the proof? You guys are accusing me, but they want me to prove my innocence. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It's like if you go to court and you're saying to somebody that you did this, you're accusing. You have the right to meet your accuser, right? And it's your job to prove that I'm guilty. It's not my job to prove that I'm innocent. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I did nothing wrong, and if I did, I would have admitted to it. But if I would have said that, I would just come clean and go, yeah, I said all that, and I didn't, But then again, I don't feel like the only thing I got to say is I don't feel like I need to explain it to anybody. That's the other part. That's kind of what bothers me is like they demand an answer, and I'm like, wait a minute, who the hell are you that I need to answer to you? I mean, I don't get it. But anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but they need to take warning labels off stuff. and just let natural selection sort it all out.
There you go. I like that. Yeah. So yeah, it is what it is. I don't know. It's a crazy world.
Everybody's just so freaking hateful. Say some of the stuff they're saying, and like 100%. I mean, that's why the world is the way it is because everybody's just so freaking hateful.
Taylor, what's your take on all this?
I was kind of just curious how you could joke around saying some shit like that.
Yeah, like what?
About you're into. I'm not even gonna say it because I got kids.
Yeah. Well, you got to understand. There's something you guys don't understand. There's this thing called sarcasm, and when I
totally understand sarcasm.
No, you don't because you got to. No, you don't get it. If you did, you wouldn't be on the show right now because you're just saying you don't understand. You just got done saying you don't understand.
I get it. I totally
No, you don't get it. You just got done saying you didn't understand. You just got done saying you didn't understand how I could just joke with it. It's called sarcasm. Okay,
it's not a joke, dude.
Let me finish, will you? I'm trying to explain. This guy calls me up on the phone. I get a jackass prank call and I just roll with it. And I use what's called sarcasm. That's all it was sarcasm. And you want to make it into something that it's not, then that's on you. What?
Don't you think that's disgusting though?
Well, yeah. Do you think it's real? That's why I'm saying it's called sarcasm. Sarcasm.
I get the sarcasm.
No, you don't get the sarcasm. If you did, you wouldn't be on the show right now. No, you don't understand what I'm saying. You don't understand sarcasm. You don't. Sarcasm is it's to make fun of the situation, making light of it. It's sarcasm. Okay, it's sarcasm. I'm just gonna leave it at that. You want to make a big issue out of it? Go ahead. Feel free to do so. Drive yourself crazy with it. I'm telling you, it's sarcasm. If you want to believe that I'm into necrophilia and I'm into pedophilia, if that's what you want to believe, then so be it, Taylor. You want to believe that? Go ahead. But I'm telling you, it's just sarcasm. It's sarcasm. You come from a younger generation that doesn't understand. You don't understand sarcasm. I come from a generation that understands. I was on Second Babel show. He understood it was sarcasm. You don't understand. You don't understand. Well, it is disgusting, but it's sarcasm.
I get sarcasm.
Yeah. No, you don't because you're down here saying, well, don't you think it's disgusting? Well, of course I do. That's why I said it's sarcasm. It's sarcasm.
That's not sarcasm.
It is sarcasm. Yes, it is sarcasm. That's exactly what it is. It is sarcasm. I rode with it. I was being sarcastic. Look it up in the dictionary. Go on Wikipedia.
I just want to throw this out.
In the dictionary under sarcasm, it says nothing about saying you're into
go look at it. Go look at it right now. Go look at the dictionary. Read it.
Look it up.
I don't want to go look at it. You're the one that's on here saying that it's disgusting and you don't understand, and then you say you do understand, but you don't understand.
Oh, but I do understand. That's not
Taylor,
sarcasm.
how much education do you have? Did you graduate high school?
Apparently a lot more than you.
Well, if you did, then you wouldn't be on here. You wouldn't be on here saying that you don't understand. I don't get it. You're saying I understand, but no, you don't understand. It's sarcasm. I mean, they're trying to make something out of this that is not. I mean, it's sarcasm. Hey, I'm sorry, you don't understand sarcasm. That's all it was. Mark, what's your take on all this? Go ahead, Mark.
I was on Psychobabbles with you. And,
okay.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a good guy. I like Psychobabble. He's a cool guy.
And that's what I was trying to tell him on his show is like, I admire, well, not admire, but I congratulate him because he was an Upchurch fan and he's coming out and say he's one of the only people that admitted to be a fan and come out and say that Upchurch is wrong. And all these other people are scared to do that, it seems.
Right.
I got one thing to say about him. About Psych or whatever, however you pronounce his name.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that made me mad what he was talking about last night, because I was on his wife too, is how he said, all Upchurch fans are stupid.
You see, I don't agree with that either. That kind of started to aggravate me because that was the whole reason why I got upset with Upchurch to start with. Is he said that if you don't agree with him, you're stupid and unsubscribe and fuck off. And I was like, why do we have to agree 100%? Just, like, why can't we sit there? And like, a lot of us weren't even being like, oh, you're on drugs and stuff. Like, we were just like, hey man, are you okay?
He just came into it late. He got his information late. That was all. I mean, he could admit to that and catch up with other people, but instead he just wants to call everyone liars and find out information for himself, which that's fine. That's what every.
Man, that's hilarious. Go ahead, Annie G. What's your thoughts? Go ahead, Annie G. How are you?
Hi.
Hello.
I'm from New York.
Hey, shout out to New York.
Yes, and listen, I'm an Upchurch fan myself. And truth be told, his brain is literally going kaput over the situation. I was there when the whole situation happened. It even said Instagram user, so obviously that was a fake account. You can see it. I'm an Instagrammer. You can see it from the get. It's a fake account. Yeah. And I got it. You went and you rolled with the punches and you said, "Hey, it's sarcasm." I mean,
exactly.
What can you do?
You get it. Thank you.
It's sarcasm. When you obviously if you knew it was true.
Applause.
You knew it was true. You were gonna back out when MIA for a couple of days. Hell yeah, you would have been in trouble by now.
Exactly. Thank you, Annie.
And I'm an Upchurch fan. Listen, but I was watching you with Psychobabble last night as well.
I like Psychobabble. Everybody's got check out his channel.
He's cool as hell. He's cool as hell. But at the end of the day, everything's getting blown out of proportion. But I give you this much: you're creating so much content for these other YouTubers, and you're making myself become one. So hey,
awesome.
I don't mind being in your panel.
On the panel, you join us. Join us in our madness.
I don't mind joining this madness. This madness will get me through traffic in New York.
I love it. That's funny. I can't imagine. I'd have to have a whole, a whole different show for that scenario. Battling traffic in New York. What part of New York do you mind?
Yeah, no, it's cool. I'm actually from the Bronx.
Wow, big city.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, crazy. Well, actually, the whole New York area is crazy now. It's not how it used to be, making people want to run the hell out of here.
Especially with the pandemic. It looks like you're on your way to work, huh?
Yeah.
Oh. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, it's a sad situation because, you know, the thing is, I know Ryan Upchurch is very talented and he could do so much positive stuff. You know, he's got the influence to do positive things. I've talked about it before. Help the homeless, help single moms, help, you know, people that are in dire straits, you know, do something good for society. Habitat for Humanity. Help,
you know,
he has done a lot of good stuff though for people.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm sure he has, but I mean, it's just when you know, come on here and make these wild conspiracy theories, and I don't know. I don't know. I think it's the wrong way.
Yeah, he's taking things out of proportion to me personally, and it's just with all of his following, he's just like, and he's saying, I don't give a F. If you don't like it, get out of my channel, like unsubscribe. I don't give a. And I'm like, dude, I'm your fan. Like, it's crazy. I got to a point where I was disgusted. I mean, when he came on your channel, I was like, okay, and he was just like on the.
Yeah, you saw that? Yeah, demanding that I answer him, and that pissed me off when he was doing that. That pissed me off.
And even if that's all were the case, that's your personal life. That's whatever, you know, whatever floats your boat.
Energy for that. I don't think my wife would be into all that. I don't think my wife would be. My wife wouldn't like that. I don't think.
I don't know. There's crazy things going out there in these streets.
Yeah,
but hey.
I'm a pretty boring guy when it comes to my love life. I'm just happy to go to bed and go to sleep. You know, that's my love life. My pillow. I make love to my pillow all night long. Drilling on my pillow all throughout the night.
But you know, this is gonna cause a turmoil later on when he sees this video.
But you know, I told him when he came on my show that I have fans of his that email me saying exactly what you're saying. I got fans of his come on, and I'm not gonna you know, give out their information, but I get messages all the time from fans that say they won't even listen to his music now because of it. And it's like, is it gonna destroy? Is he gonna like self-destruct? Is he self-destructing? Is that what he's doing?
It sounds like he's self-sabotaging himself.
Yeah, he's self-destructing. And I told him that when he was on my show. I said, Ryan, you know, I got your fans telling me that they won't even listen to your music anymore because of this. And he just shrugged his shoulders and said he didn't care. You can go watch the video. It's you know.
He's in I don't give a F mode.
Yeah, that's what he said. He shrugs his shoulders and he said, I don't care.
Because, you know, at first I thought maybe I can't say that he's becoming unhinged. You know, I don't know what's going on.
Well, unless it's a publicity stunt to market his record. I don't know. Maybe this is his way of trying to market his album, his new record. Could be a marketing technique. I don't know.
I don't know that either, though, because all he has to do is say, hey, I'm coming out with a record. That's all he needs, and people are going to go to it.
But he's releasing music all during this, so how is that a thing?
Yeah, no, you're right. He's out through there. Hey, I'm dropping, here's my new conspiracy theory. Oh, by the way, I'm dropping 2 new songs, guys. You know, that's what he's kind of doing. Yeah,
but at the same time, though, he's always done that. Like, he always drops random. Like, if you go on Spotify and look at this, it's crazy. He don't put out an album.
Hell, didn't he say so? He's putting together some kind of conspiracy that me and Nick and Mel and Xana May we're all like involved in this crazy thing?
Well, like the only thing, like I don't know, the only thing about all that is the whole everybody in the same spot at the same time. That's the only weird thing that because like I said, you want to talk about gangbangs, that's your business.
I agree.
I'm not looking to talk about any of that stuff, but you know,
if people talk shit all the time about one another. You know, I'm sure Ryan's talked shit to his old lady. They've done.
It's okay for Ryan to say that, right? I'm sure.
Everybody has their thing. You know, as long as it's legal, you ain't hurting nobody. I don't care what you do.
I don't care what I do either, but I'm not doing that. Go ahead.
I'm not saying you are. It's not even like that.
How are you this evening? Or
I'm doing okay. I appreciate you being here. What's your thoughts on this whole mess?
Well, I actually kind of took a different stance on things because I'm not wooed by Ryan in any kind of way. And I feel like so many people seem to be, not to be rude or disrespectful, but it's just, you can tell. Even when he goes on a panel, the level of respect that he gets above others is different. And if you're willing to open your eyes and see it, it's right there. I think he's used to getting by with anything and everything. And like he's even said, I mean, he has his local police in his pocket, the TBI. He's got all this stuff, you know, which is, why are you telling us that? What do you got to hide that the police are looking over? You know, because if there was nothing, then why would he need them in his pocket, you know? But he just does so many things, says so many reckless things. He has such a large platform that it's reckless. Other YouTubers are being canceled for less than that. Like how he'll give messages, for example, in his video he posted yesterday, he says, go over to Tony Dodge and ask, that's saying, hey, go harass him and try to make him like curl up into a ball and give up on life. Like that's what that is. It's harassment and it's not right. I don't know what you do.
I just got a comment. I don't want to say it's him because it could just be somebody pretending to be him. But I just now got some, a little bit ago, somebody jumped on the stage here in the backstage.
Yeah.
So claiming to be him.
It's probably him because he's not happy with people who say anything different from what he says.
Yeah. Well, then check the. Can you guys read all of you?
Private chat.
Read the private chat. Read the private chat out loud. Read it out loud.
Well, I can't. All I see is the message I sent you in private chat. So
no, she only. Yeah. It's only her. Says, hey, Tony.
Okay, you can't see the one that says Upchurch. And that may not be him though, because I didn't see his actual face. It could just be somebody pretending to be him.
It could be someone pretending to be him. I mean,
there's so much of that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he should be Ryan Upchurch, not just Upchurch.
This just says Upchurch.
I've had people.
It could be somebody just pretending to be him. Which that's probably what it is. Because I saw that on Psycho Battle too, where somebody used Ryan's profile picture and it wasn't him.
Right. I had people trying to come in like under the name of Kylie Rodney. That stuff's so sick. Like if you troll like that, you need to go talk to somebody.
I don't think all of these people are giving him a pass necessarily because, like I said, at the point I'm at right now, I can't listen to his music.
Right. I can't either. I can't watch his content.
But at the same time, like I said, I've been watching this dude since like he was about a teenager. When I was a kid, we're the same age. A lot of people are going to have to mourn that.
I've watched him for 5 years. His content, just his funny videos. I can't even watch them now. He posted something about, like being a German descent, all this stuff, like trying to like smart videos or whatever. And I just couldn't. Every time I seen him, I saw through the edits. Like now that I've seen him like in long platform like version of Ryan, like his actual personality, it's so different from his videos. The editor that he has made him like the little cuts into his face and him raising his eyebrow or taking a drink or something. That makes him seem likable and down to earth. And then he adds the layers. It's like an onion. But so for 5 years, I have been blinded by all of that garbage. And now to see who he really is, it's sickening.
Well, even that aside, even how he really is as a person typically wouldn't bother me because the music. I mean, like, it touched me.
Yeah,
I mean, like there's some really good freaking songs. Like Minus the Woods. You don't know how many times I done blasted that.
Yeah, I mean everybody, especially this side of the world. Up a podcast, right?
Yeah. You guys gotta remember, I'm 50 years old. I don't have that kind of energy. Believe me, I just don't.
I'm not gonna lie, Tony. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, 100%. And this ain't like necessarily a bad thing, but I could definitely not see you do a gangbang. And I've never seen your old lady, but
like y'all might just have you seen that guy? There's nobody inviting him to gangbangs. Have you seen him?
Tony, can you just? I mean, I felt that you verified that it is just a spam message that's just been taken out of proportion.
That's exactly what it was.
That's exactly what I said from the beginning.
I reported that, and people.
And I said it from the beginning. I said it when I first put the video out, and when I very first put the video out. I think I missed that. I probably should have deleted it, of course, looking back on it, but I didn't know at that time.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Well, it was just a spam from a guy from Nigeria.
Right.
It was some guy from Nigeria.
I think
sent me some wild messages.
I get DMs
I get messages all the time from all around the world,
right.
all over the world.
The guy that his anime was on, and he came on. I believe that he set up the White Ronnie Nero. I think that was him. I think he was trying to make his theory correct and make it look more correct. Trying to blame Icked Mill. So that's exactly why the guy was saying she was in Florida. He was trying to connect the dots for everybody, and it worked. People were like drooling at the mouth over all of that.
Can I ask a question, Tony? And like I said, I'm being sincere. I'm not being accusatory. And please, if you don't want to answer, it is your private business.
Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
I would, what were you in Truckee? Were like you on vacation?
What?
I mean, it's none of our
There's
business.
a check-in, right? Okay, you know how like you had joined that Ukrainian thing?
Here's more bullshit from everybody. This is all. I've never been to Truckee. I've not been in a Truckee. That is such bullshit.
Were you researching and somehow you've done that? Because I've checked in places where I wasn't before.
I didn't check this is more of the bullshit that somebody probably created.
I don't even know how that works.
Right.
Like I said,
more of the bullshit.
Well, you see, what probably happened was whenever he interviewed Sami, either Sami put the location or he put the location.
Yeah.
It was in Truckee, and Ryan runs with it and says, "He was in Truckee."
You know what it might have been is when I
tag it.
Yeah, I did. I tagged Truckee. Yes, I did.
That's what happened right there. I knew it. I told you that.
Reasonable explanation.
When I did the video and when for you guys that do YouTube, it says where's the location. I put Truckee. I did put
What
Truckee
about when you posted on Facebook though? Like if you shared her post or missing post, did you tag Truckee to it? You think? Because I think that's where he grabbed that
I
from.
can't remember. I could have. I might have. I don't.
I'd say you
remember.
did. I'd say you did.
Maybe.
Ryan's trying to say that Tony checked into Truckee on the day that he did the same.
Honestly, I'm not sure. I'd have to go. I don't know. I mean, I got nothing to prove.
He made a big deal about the 11th.
He makes a big deal about everything. He makes a big deal of Santa Claus is doing whatever, and the reindeer's doing this.
There's like some guy that's been harassing me over you, like nonstop. And my husband checked out his stuff, and all of his videos are about you. It's so strange.
Yeah. Well, people create content. They use me to create content.
They do. They do really.
I said that from the beginning. That's all they're. You're creating amazing content.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I love all of you. I love your support, and I do. But no, it's just being honest. Like the Glare, he's always making content. I got into it with him on Psychobabble, and it is what it is. He's always making because he can't create content. It's a tough gig to create content.
People come down hard on everybody. I mean, I just try to take the moral approach. Like, you're not guilty because you have a friggin' spam DM. Xanime's not guilty because she lives in that area and was into the case. Like, you can't do that to people. And he thinks he can because he's never had to deal with any consequences. He gets by with anything and everything he's done so far. But this time, I'm telling you, it's just wrong. He needs a wake-up call because he's ruined his piece. Like for us, for people who were his actual fans that actually put money into his content. Like I actually spent money on his music. I actually went to his stuff. Well, those people probably won't be doing it anymore because it's people like me that actually purchase things. Not these kids that are just, living on his last word.
Not only that, but he's going to ruin the true crime community when you have these shows that people can call in. You have locals that are calling in trying to give us an insight of what it is to be like in that area, and they're getting attacked.
Oh yeah, they're guilty as soon as they talk. Nobody will speak up because of him, and that's the truth.
They're from around that area. Yep, they're getting already. Yep.
Look at everybody in this case that has came out. They're all scared and hiding, except for Tony and Psycho, pretty much.
Ryan don't scare me. He's just a little tadpole. He don't scare me.
Exactly. And the thing of it is,
are saying you
stand your ground.
You don't feel like a victim, but
that's a good sign. But you are.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
But these other people aren't as strong, and that's the thing about this show.
You got to show us how to be strong.
We're gonna kick some ass, guys.
We got daddy. You got to be strong.
I mean, there's a lot of truth in what you guys are saying. You ladies,
stand your ground.
You don't feel like a victim, but
that's a good sign. But you are.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
But these other people aren't as strong, and that's the thing about this show.
You got to show us how to be strong.
We're gonna kick some ass, guys.
We got to have a daddy. You got to keep us strong.
I'm gangbang daddy.
Oh my god.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah, no,
Don't
we're all
clip this.
joking. No, no, listen. He's gonna have
Oh,
a
boy.
reaction video with all this.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god.
Create more content by the minute.
Ryan Upchurch, I'm still your fan, but bro, you really gotta tone it down a notch.
Yeah.
Not that.
I didn't know anything about that. That's news to me. I know.
Morgan Wallen?
To me too. What happened?
Morgan Wallen? Something happened with my sound over here. Hold on.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't follow Ryan like that. I don't know any of his music.
Okay. Do you know the Morgan Wallen song? What's it called? Uptown Girls?
Broadway
You know what I'm
girl.
talking about? Yeah, Broadway
Yeah,
Girls.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Broadway.
Well, see, that was Morgan Wallen's song, and Ryan Upchurch and another guy that he has, whatever. They actually recorded the song the night before Morgan's would be released, and it got way more views, way more notability because they were into it, and that guy was on his label. Like you can, there are documents, there are forums, there's journalists, places you can find information talking about the way that he runs his business. It's a WWE style pro wrestling, like argument, drama to get attention,
Yes.
and then he clears his shit up so that he does his own PR. He starts finding excuses and other people to blame, and that's how he gets out of it every time.
Well, here's the thing, and I don't know if he followed that like 100%. I did, because like I said, I've been a fan for a long time.
I have too.
I don't consider myself anymore, but I was
Yeah, right.
for a very long time, and I watched it. And what had happened, or from what he had said, and this is probably going to be somewhat messed up because it's been a while, but no, Ryan had went to, I guess, Aldine's, and he was trying to talk to Morgan Wallen or something like that.
Yeah, and he didn't let him in his private booth. Yeah, that was what that was over. Oh, it was his friend. It was his friend they wouldn't let in. The guy that he wrote the song with.
Chase
The guy he sang
Matthews?
the song with. The guy that recorded Morgan Wallen's song with Ryan is the guy they wouldn't let in the private booth. And so they done what they done.
Well,
Supposedly.
but like, I can't hate on him for that because his version was way better. Like,
yeah. But it's still wrong. He's his boss. Like, what the hell? You know?
No, Upchurch ain't Morgan Wallen's boss. Morgan Wallen signed to a record label. Chase Matthews is on
signed under his label, right?
Yeah,
Right.
and he's the one who Upchurch did the song with.
Yeah,
and
but it's
I
still
like
wrong,
Chase.
man.
I mean,
it is. You know it's wrong. Like, imagine if that was your work and your art, and you were so proud of it, and like some rich dude who thinks he's better than everybody goes and takes it because he knows he won't have nothing to worry about.
Morgan Wallen ain't hurting in the pockets either. Like he.
Well, yeah. Somebody had a question. They said.
Yeah, so I have not been following him. I only found out about him through this true crime. So I started somewhat looking into him to try to, figure out what type of person he is and stuff. And you mentioned Gobble, the Gobble guy.
Johnny, I booked him. Yeah, and listen, I live in that area. I worked at Big Sandy Regional Detention Center in Paintsville, Kentucky for 6 years almost. I mean, I worked there 2 different times, so it was like 3 years and then 3 years, right?
Well,
John Holbrook, the cop, the picture of Ryan, he's my friend. Like Johnny Gobble used to be booked in by me every day almost.
Okay, well, the videos I saw, he was like arguing with him, and
Oh yeah, honey, bullying him.
But
Done the same shit to him.
Now though, he's taking up for him. So are they friends?
He's scared. He needs that clout. So yeah, Johnny is not completely. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
like
He's not
Seafowl.
complete.
Yes, he's like
He's not
Seafowl.
complete. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I've got
I
to know
was
her.
saying,
She's a
why
good
wouldn't
person.
he make that dollar if you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, listen, if she wanted to do what Johnny did, I'm sure she could. But she, like, what he done to her and what he keeps doing to her, this is different. He's called her basically a murderer. Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah. Was he's still after her now? Even?
Yes.
No,
in his videos, he's
he won't
calling
even
her
speak
back
about
out,
her.
BITCH, but she won't speak about him. When she comes on my podcast, she says, I'll say things, but she says, I cannot comment on that matter, which you know why. And it's a good thing. I am so glad.
Yeah, probably best to keep it that way.
Again, though, if she's saying she cannot comment on that matter, it might be because she does have a lawyer.
No. Yeah, she does, of course.
Exactly.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Why wouldn't she sue him if she's going to sue him?
She is. She can talk about him because she's got a good lawsuit, baby. He called her a murderer.
I don't wish bad upon nobody, but like, I mean,
he has earned every ounce of it.
I mean,
yeah. I think it's important we all try to unite instead of be divided.
I do too.
Yeah,
what is our goal? Isn't it
these
to
criminal
find
cases
justice?
and missing persons? And I think it's important we all work together.
Exactly, Tony. But I did sometimes I did shitty things, you know, always right. So every day I work harder and harder, and my life is so much better. My depression is not there anymore. I actually live life now.
Let's take a quick phone call. Go ahead, Colin, what's your thoughts?
Hey, Don, what's up?
Hey, we're just having a great time over here today. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I've been watching you all night, man. Enjoying live. I know you got the bullshit, you know, messages, all that shit, man. The only question I was asking earlier was like about that message thing, what about your message was in the primary file, and that you had to move it to your primary file. It was just there. I wanted that question.
I honestly don't even know, to be honest with you. That's so long ago, I deleted it. I don't even know.
Can you respond? I think he'll put it in. I don't know.
Let me say this for one thing. Let me try to make this clear as well, because maybe you guys don't understand. I'm kind of an older guy. I'm not very experienced on Instagram. It's like, yeah, let's put it out there. You know, some of you younger guys and girls are like real experienced on Instagram. I'm better on Instagram, quite honestly.
Right. I get that.
Yeah, I started doing Instagram, and I was like, I got all these different messages from all over the world, and you know, you get a broadcast phone number and my information all over the globe. It's everywhere.
Yeah, right. I understand.
Yeah, but all right, you take care. Thank you for calling. All right,
awesome.
Good guy. Yeah. Yeah, maybe people started coming around.
Yeah, they will, because it's insane what they said. It's just crazy. It needs to stop.
I would publicly trash you and call you out for things that you weren't.
Dude.
Come on here and publicly apologize to you.
Yeah, they need to. Him and the Feathers and Dusty and
Dude, Sunday those Faders is being like harassing crap. I'm telling you I shouldn't be taking for Tony and this and that. And like, I checked out his channel. Oh my gosh, like obsessed. Really?
Yeah. I think
I'm sorry. Where are you on September 6th? On September 6th? I'll check TikTok. Yeah. I'm at a speaker party. Yeah, after kids told me I'm at a speaker party.
Well, we got Granny's watching now. Granny's watching here. Go ahead, Granny's watching.
A few questions. Have you pressed what your ex-moderators are saying against you?
No. I said let him prove it.
What about the this? I don't know.
No, he did.
I think I went over with Dusty and Feathers.
He's talking about something totally different. He's talking about something totally different.
What is it? What's going on?
Came up on a different channel and he said that you'd be very appropriate for his own pushy, like think of like, you know, the Ryan situation. All they kind of,
Yeah, what's appropriate in what way?
What's just? I said sexually aggressive with women
Sexually aggressive?
Yeah.
How was that? What the hell,
I think this is all like accusation.
Yeah. How many moderators? Maybe got lucky. Maybe got Lucky, we keep back in here.
See, the thing is, we don't run. We don't run.
It's probably on the side of this. And my moderators are in comments. I think they're moderating right now. I didn't appropriate any moderators.
Why are you not like that with me?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. That's all it is. I think that I got a group of people that are trying to do me. Sure, go ahead. Let me see. What you guys are saying? But no, I just. Okay, let me call you out. Okay, all right. Okay, go ahead. No, let me see. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. It's a. Yeah, I don't know.
I do have a few more questions. You might just want to say. They're respectful. They don't agree. I'm not trying to attack it.
Well, I don't need to clear myself. I don't need to clear myself.
Well,
I was telling you, I don't answer you. I don't answer anybody. But
on the public platform, and you're saying.
Yeah, that's the problem. Public figures have been accused of something that's false.
Yeah, I'm sure about the kind of thing, but I do think that you play a lot of inappropriate behavior while he's telling you.
I'm sarcastic, but who are you to judge what's inappropriate? I don't understand what's inappropriate in your opinion.
That's what people judge you.
Yeah, so what exactly is inappropriate?
Well, tagging another video and then proceeding to call people off of Craigslist with sexual matters and to call them businesses and prank calls and everything. They all American trucker, American dream, business workers.
You're so sensitive on yourself, like yourself, yeah, you see any of that?
No, I'm just adults calling businesses.
I mean, I'm sorry that you're everybody on my show. How many people enjoy prank calls? I got a whole bunch of people that enjoy prank calls. How much education do you have? I mean, have you graduated high school?
What if I do personally? That's my question.
You're judging me. I want to ask you questions.
You personally,
It is inappropriate.
It is inappropriate.
You're asking me questions when you know what to do. It's a joke. It's just we were just joking around. You're trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. There's nothing there.
I'm not even asking questions as to why you can't understand why people have a problem.
All right, goodbye. I'm just arguing about this. It is what it is. You guys know it's a joke.
Well, here's the thing with that. I mean, yes, you tag certain topics in your video because every video, every live stream you send, however long, like you did the one earlier, just you for like 3 hours, where you talk about that subject or topic or whatever for the day. But then as the night goes on, you know, it says crack houses and melon suits and things just start spiraling and you get off topic.
People enjoy it. Enjoy it.
I would be in and out because I didn't like the whole C-Foul prank call. You know, I mean,
probably got a little bit, you know, we move on and we try something else.
Yeah, the loneliness night, you know, we talk about the loneliness. Like, I thought that one was like really good, you know, so it's not everything that's really about the family.
Yeah.
I don't have to believe in everything everybody does. I know a lot of people, I'm like way far leaning right, you know, I'm not religious, I go to church, but I believe in God, I believe in so much crazy other shit too. But, you know, I'm definitely not of the majority opinion. But just because that's what I like about this place is like you don't have to agree with everybody most of the time. Everybody's respectful of your opinion.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I agree.
I'm
sorry about that. I missed your show when I was down.
I just don't feel like I need to have to explain all these people about
you don't have to.
It's just, you know, it is what it is. We joke around a little bit. I can't joke around. It's offensive. Everybody's offended. Oh, geez, come on.
I mean, I just
driving down the road listening to Tupac and I don't know, 50 Cent and everything else. Everybody probably up on it.
You have to remember, these are the popular things on Ryan's side. I hope they all have one show or hope they have that's why people are doing it. It's a shame because they're choosing to not like the moral road. It's the clout and teaching popularity. You're becoming popular.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody does it for like right. And like right. But I feel like it's not about those things. But you understand why he was taking out of context. The way the call was at the time. It was a weird call. I watched it. And I just felt like Tony was responding. He said the wrong thing. Right? He didn't you could tell. And I understand people are like, why would you ever say something? But people say things. People are around human. And I mean, I hear good things from things that context around it out. But we don't do that because we're not that shady and we go all the time and get shit in our lives rather than trolling other people and making them guilty of something. I mean, I'm a sinner. I'm 100%. I've never it wasn't even on me. All I see right. And I think obviously feels bad about it and we just can't. So coming forward and reaction at the end of the day. Absolutely, Annie. Absolutely.
Yeah, but if you want to make prank calls, people are doing worse out there.
Love you, Brady. Thank you.
Yeah, I
people supporting Tony. That's right. Listen, I didn't have nobody when everything's here. Can't make me. And I'm just telling you, I've got anybody's back. When they're being like portrayed as something they're probably not. And you cannot victimize. You can't build on someone off of the freaking screenshot that's taken out of context. Where you understand about this taken out of context from a freaking prank call like us. Don't be so insane just because it's a popular choice. Let's start being moral and do what's right and do what's cool.
My mama Chelsea could do that. Why do you see attack right away? I mean, can't you just keep calm ever?
Have people ever been like done this way? They're in your shoes and know that you know how to respond.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just, you know, I know it's my show. That's why I'm doing it. It's what it is. And don't leave, you know the door is.
Everybody's saying that Tony's been on this Ryan subject and how to most nights. For anybody who don't watch it, most nights. There's no mention of Ryan. The only time Ryan was brought up was when he made videos. You know, this is a response. He wouldn't be in this conversation right now. He wanted to attack on me. Yeah, we're talking about something random. I mean, this is what he wanted though. He wanted to talk about it. It works. It's just funny, honey.
It's a marketing strategy.
Yeah, he knows he's doing it. It's not going to be more press. When everyone's really like, oh snap,
you can get a better connection.
Maybe she should go out and come back in.
Yeah. Barbie, just try to come back. I think you got a really bad signal there because it's like freezing up big time. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike. Continue on. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think he means well. But yeah, there's so many people out there that are agreeing with him and blowing his ego out of
course.
Oh yeah, stroking that ego.
Hoping he'll shine some light on him, give him some of that shine he's got.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of truth to what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a dangerous thing. I think
it's super dangerous and reckless to have that type of platform, and he could be doing so much good right now, helping with the trafficking situation. He could be creating a type of fund, or like how Ashton Kutcher created Thorn. He could be helping with homeless kids or anything. But no. Instead, what's he doing? He harasses people because it gets him more views and more money. Then they say, oh, he don't need no views or nothing. Dude, don't tell me that he don't want 30 million followers. Of course he does.
Yeah. Let me give a shout out to Painting Services by Steve. He says I enjoy the prank calls. They are funny as F. Thank you, Painting Services by Steve. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you. We got what is it, Mike Parati?
Yeah.
And we got OG Ghost. OG, are you there? OG,
hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Hey, I can hear you. Yeah, what's your guys' thoughts on all this?
Hey, real quick, Tony.
Go
I
ahead.
seen a clip just a little bit ago. You being on Psycho Battle's panel. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was on there. You're correct.
Okay, I was just curious. Did you happen to catch the comment he made about truck drivers?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, just to fill you in, someone called him and was making a comment that he didn't agree with, and of course his go-to low IQ shit in his pants thing. At the end of that, he said, "Oh, you must be a truck driver because all truck drivers are fucking idiots."
That's nice to know. I think he says a lot of things just out of jest. I don't think he means anything bad by it. I think it's just out of jest. It goes back to he comes from because he comes from a different generation. OG. I think that's just it's like what I do. It's sarcasm. I say a lot of sarcastic things. I think that's just sarcasm. Don't take it personal. I think it's just sarcasm.
I don't take it personally at all. I mean, I'm not a truck driver. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I got you.
I like with so much hate though.
Yeah.
He started out so good, but he just seemed angrier and angrier, and now he's starting to look unhinged. And
people didn't agree with him. That's what happened, and then that's how we got here. It's insane.
But I'm talking about psychobabble.
Oh, psycho. He's just gotten starstruck. I'm like, he still wants to like meet Ryan. But he's against. It's just so strange. I don't know.
Yeah.
It does seem.
Yeah. I don't agree with what he did about Zav. I thought that you could look at it and say it's funny or whatever, and that there's like some reality to it. But I love Zav, and I just think bringing more attention to what Ryan's doing to her is not right.
I mean, I don't like that.
Yeah, go ahead. OG wants to say something else. Go ahead, OG.
Yeah, real quick. And Tony, by the way, I do not think you're guilty. I do not think you're innocent. Just so you know.
All right. Well, you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion.
But here's the thing.
Guilty of what, though? What's he guilty of exactly?
Yeah, exactly. What am I guilty of?
Well, I'm referring to the DM that
Right. But what's he guilty of?
Yeah. Tell me what is it that I don't know about?
What does that mean?
I just said I didn't think you're guilty. What are you talking about?
Right, but thinking like, how could he be guilty of?
But are we in the court of law?
You're talking out of both sides of your mouth. You're saying I am not guilty, and I am.
I don't think you mean any harm actually, but I just mean like, how can he be guilty? Because it's a DM.
Mindset to everything.
Okay, so
it's impossible for me to claim you're guilty or innocent because I don't know.
Well, he's not guilty. I mean, it's just a DM.
Hold on. Why are you attacking me for?
I'm not attacking you.
Why are you saying that there's something to this when you don't even know? I mean, you're making.
What do you mean?
You're making
accusations. What do you mean?
Accusations, exactly.
You're saying that you're not guilty. What are you talking about?
Well, how can he be guilty because it's just a DM?
Yeah,
what's he guilty of?
I'm not guilty.
Is he guilty of having sex with somebody?
Let's hear him out.
I mean, I just said you're not guilty.
Okay, continue.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Continue.
What's the question? Wow, that was the craziest interaction I've ever had.
Well, you talk out of both sides of your mouth. You just said that you don't think I'm innocent and you don't think I'm guilty.
Explain what you're saying.
I don't live with you.
Well, I don't live with you either, but I don't make false assumptions about you.
But my question is this to you, OG. How can he be guilty when it's just a screenshot of a DM? Like, what is he guilty of? Having sex with somebody? Like,
who was it?
Seriously, Brittany, do you
yes.
live with Tony?
No, and I'm not. Listen, I'm just saying to you, if somebody screenshots your DMs and you have one of those spam DMs in your thing, what does that make you guilty of?
I've never gotten one of those DMs.
You never got a
You know how many times I get them DMs or things in my text message? It's fucking crazy.
Guys,
right?
Let's hear him out.
Well, I don't have the message. The message
Well,
is gone.
you don't overlook your like spam messages sometimes.
That Ryan Upchurch was a psychopath.
He is.
Was just being wrong.
He is.
Opening that DM would be the major proof.
He deleted it, dude. That was forever ago.
Did you ride the short bus to school, OG? I mean, it seems like you don't comprehend much. You seem like you don't comprehend very well.
I'm just stating.
What kind of education do you have, OG?
What does a screenshot of a DM make anyone guilty of?
I'm sure you are.
I'm a psychologist.
Yeah, I bet you are.
And it's very easy to.
But how are you a psychology major and then you're contradicting yourself?
It don't sound like you're a psychology major at all, because I mean, I personally have education in law enforcement investigation, and I've done classes for psychology and all that. If you're actually a psychologist, then why are you not asking how a screenshot of a DM could make anybody guilty of anything? It's just a photo of his DMs, dude. And he has a spam DM that he's overlooked, which I'm going to charge on my phone right now. I'll show you my DMs. And in my primary folder, there are spam.
Do you know how to shut up for a second?
I don't. Do you know how to be respectful? I've been respectful.
For a man with all this intelligence, well, you're not using it. I mean, you're talking like you're very uneducated.
I haven't attacked you. I've tried to say, just ask you what you mean.
They don't even make sense. It just sounds like a bunch of babble.
I just asked you what you meant.
Response to being asked to open the DM is why a lot of people are claiming that there is something to it. So,
but that was literally at the time that live was shot. It had been 6 weeks. That had been 6 weeks, and then now imagine how much more time has passed. He has already deleted that. Think about it.
Yeah, that's been a long time ago. Yeah.
How can he open it now? It's not there.
Listen, just to clarify.
Yeah.
I am not at all claiming you did any damn thing.
Right. Okay. Good. Okay. But how could he be guilty of anything?
I'm simply just saying that when you and I'm not saying that I should know how you should or should not respond.
Right.
It's just in human nature, and that is of course in general. Everybody's different. But when someone responds with a personal insult when they are asked to do something, it sometimes shows like guilt, basically. And that's not saying you're guilty, but that is why everyone is blowing up about this shit. It was simply because of your reaction.
So did you what was his reaction?
Yeah.
Like I said, I personally, if someone was being accused of claiming things that were false and being what is like an Alex Jones figure.
Okay.
What better way to prove that person wrong than to open the DM and say, "Look, how wrong he was."
Yeah, well, here's the thing, OG. I don't owe anybody an explanation. I don't owe you one. I don't owe Ryan Jones one.
But he's giving you one. Okay, that's what y'all asked. He's responding.
Let me finish, OG. The guy comes onto my show and demands that I answer to him. Who the hell is he? He's a country singer. He's not a sheriff. He's not a detective. He's just a damn country singer. He's an entertainer.
That screenshot is from a live that was taken a month ago. At the point that DM was already 6 weeks old. So since then you add another 4 weeks. So that's what 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's been 10 weeks. Okay, he probably deleted. Like I just showed you, I have a spam message in my primary folder. Right? Look here. When I delete it, I can't go back and then see it. Can I? So how is Tony going to open that for you when he doesn't have it no more? That's
so
what
you're
I'm
saying that when you delete a message on Instagram, it still shows on the message board?
No, I'm saying watch this. I'm going to finally delete this spam DM in my primary folder that's been here for a while. Okay, see it? When I delete it, can I go back and show you?
I personally don't know.
You can't watch. Watch here. Watch here. More delete. I'm deleting the message right now. So everybody remember, this was here. I did have a spam message in my primary folder. I'm now deleting that, right? Okay, so now what am I going to do? Now that 10 weeks have passed, how am I going to show you the DM and open it to prove myself innocent? How am I going to do it when it's been deleted?
So you're saying that he can't open it?
No, because that was literally 10 weeks. That message is okay.
I think this guy wrote the short yellow bus to school. He doesn't seem to comprehend. I don't know. I know he's just playing the game.
It's been 4 weeks since that live was shot. 6 weeks since the message was sent. It's gone.
Personal insults, man.
Well, you just got done saying you're highly educated. You got a degree, but you talk like you rode the short yellow bus to school. I don't understand what is your malfunction. You don't seem to comprehend. What you keep saying you don't understand. It seems like nothing's sinking into your skull. What is it?
Well,
what's wrong with
he's giving y'all a lot of answers
that I'm not listening to.
Well, he's answered your question about 1,000 times and in different ways. I mean, he could even say it in a different language.
OG, do you understand what we're telling you?
The question has been asked 1,000 times.
We're running tight on time. I'm not going to spend all day arguing with some guy.
Yeah, Tony, this is a good. We've had a good vibe. Let's just keep it going. Let's
keep the vibe going.
But Tegan, I think Tegan wants to say something. Hello, Tegan. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
I was just wanting to ask a question. Like what she said. So does that mean like you deleted the messages after they were shown? Like I'm not trying to be mean or be rude or anything.
Can I explain your timeline about that, Tony? Like how the message was sent 6 weeks?
Go ahead.
Okay. Do you know what live that screenshot he's showing everybody was taken from?
Honestly, no.
Okay, well, I'll explain it to you. That was 4 weeks ago. That was when Kylie first started missing, when Zanime came on and all that, right? Right, Zanime was there. Okay, so that was 4 weeks ago. At the time that he done that and he was live 4 weeks ago and that DM came up on his screen and it was shown 4 weeks ago. Remember that. It had been 6 weeks since that message had been sent to Tony, okay? So, and it was nothing. Nobody had said anything till now, 4 weeks later. In between that live and now, Tony had cleared out some messages and got rid of the junk mail. So how is he going to prove to anyone when it's been gone for like 2 weeks now? And it was because there was nothing to it. So he don't have nothing to hide, but he really literally can't go back and show it because he has cleaned out his messages. You know what I'm saying?
But then again,
it's like if you don't, how can you get it back?
What does he need to prove to anybody? He said
he didn't delete it to hide nothing or nothing. It's just it wasn't a big deal till now. Ryan waits till now to make a big deal out of it, and now it's too late because Tony has actually deleted his messages. So there's nothing we can do about it. And that's a 10-week time period. It was sent 10 weeks ago. That live was done 4 weeks ago, and since then it's been deleted. And now he's making a big deal out of it. And Tony's hands are tied. All he can do is tell you what it was. It was a spam message. Maybe there are inappropriate comments made on here. Maybe sometimes Tony might react in a certain way, but that's Tony. You know what I mean? And I don't believe he means any harm. It's just everybody's attacking him. And when you're being attacked, it's hard to know how to respond. I mean, that's a psychological thing. You can ask any psychologist.
It is what it is. I just get tired of dealing with ignorance.
I like you asking it the way you did, though. That was most appropriate.
I didn't want to like come off as.
No,
you didn't say well.
No, Tegan, it's not you. I mean, I'm not referring to you. You're fine, Tegan. No, don't worry.
Of course, you being a person, you want to know. You don't want to support a bad person.
Tegan seems like a sweet girl.
I think the problem is that there's so much content out there, and so many people are making so many videos about this. They're taking clips from here and taking clips from there, and there's not enough time in the day to watch everything that's being made daily.
I watch a lot.
A lot of people.
Okay, Mysterious Brittany.
Yes, baby.
Okay, if you go into your Instagram and somebody has changed their name, okay, good job. Now I want you to go to the Instagram user. I want you to look at the conversation.
I can't. I just deleted it.
Because you deleted it, not because you couldn't look at the conversation. It was because you chose to delete it.
But
am I right or wrong?
No, listen. It's been here. I've had that up so I could show people that it was in my primary folder because my husband had opened it and looked at it. That went straight to my primary folder. I just now deleted it.
That's fine.
To show that.
I understand what you're saying.
You can't go back and look at it no more after you delete it. Tony deleted that message like 2 weeks ago before it was ever brought up. So
it wasn't deleted when Ryan took a picture of it.
He took a picture from a live that was done.
Or it wouldn't have been there, sweetheart. Do you not understand that had it been deleted, it wouldn't have been there for him to screenshot?
It was there 4 weeks ago when he done that live stream.
Do you not understand that Tony at that stage could have went in and looked at that conversation?
How?
Anybody with a brain can go to that app right now and look and go, oh, there's a conversation. It says Instagram user. And I can still look at that conversation.
If Ryan had brought that up 4 weeks ago, he could have opened it. That was 4 weeks ago when that video was shot. He went back to an old live and took a screenshot.
He went and deleted it because he forgot to delete it.
No.
He's one of those guys that is probably creeping around on his woman. It happens all the time.
You are assuming things and making accusations. This is not
factual. No, you guys are sitting there making excuses, and what trips me out is Ryan's the one that is paid money to creators. He gave Tony $500.
I thought you were a good person. Damn, you were mind warped.
Because I don't understand why everybody's attacking Ryan, and you guys said you're sticking up for Tony. Like, it makes no sense.
I'm sticking up for what's right. Like, you're trying to be a clout chaser, it seems.
How am I a clout chaser? Because I'm saying you don't need to understand.
I fucking understand.
Dude, I barely even know Ryan. I had seen some of his videos and I thought he was funny. And I respect the man. He's the one that has actually paid money and tried to find this little girl.
He's a liar, dude.
Tony sat there and talked about Miss Patty the way he did. Does any of you know Miss Patty? She's one of the sweetest women out there.
Who's Miss Patty?
Miss Patty is his mom. The one that Tony was saying that he was.
I used to
don't
respect
wanna
his
repeat what he
mom,
said
but
about Miss Patty.
she's being a yes man to Ryan as well because she pays her bills and builds her
She is
houses.
his mama, and I've got a son that is 24 years old.
Guess what?
There's
Think
times
about all
we
the people
argue
that
over
work for
kids. You
all
can't.
parents are not wonderful. Why do you think there's so many fucked up people in this world? Because all parents, just because you're a mother,
So you're
don't
going
make
to
you a
tell
good
me
one.
that? Do you have kids? Because I've got 4 of them.
I also lost a child. My son passed away when he was 9 days old.
I am
don't come
so
at me with
sorry
your
for that.
bullshit,
That
okay?
is so tragic to me. That is awful. And
I
I'm very
totally
sorry.
understand. I'm educated and I'm experienced with terrible tragedy, so I do get what's going on. That's why
It's
I'm here.
awful. You know, when you lose somebody close to you, it is one of the worst pains that you can't ever
I
get
held
over.
my son while he was bleeding on me because he had to have his bowels worked on by, I was told by a doctor, but it ended up being students at the UK hospital. Well, turns out because the nurses at St. Joseph added Similac Neosure to my breast milk, that's why my son passed away because of the bacteria.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I never approved this. So Similac was creating formula for preemie
You know,
babies
and
out of
YCAP, I noticed anymore, like, I don't go through YCAP or anything anymore, but I remember when my kids were little, the first ones, you know, was Infamil that they would offer. Nowadays, they offer the Walmart brand or like Similac, which is the one that has the most toxic
knew
stuff.
they were about to be sued by me and a bunch of people because we lost our children. And so then they made a deal with WIC. So they would be the only brand that WIC would support. And guess what? Then they knew they were going to be sued. They knew there was going to be shortages. They done it anyway. They signed that contract with the WIC, the government.
Yeah.
And now they're being sued. So all these babies went without milk through COVID because they're pieces of shit.
They really truly are. I thought that was pretty
killed my
messed up.
child.
That was what they were paying for. I was like, whoa, why?
They're a dirty company. They knew what they were doing when they were creating that formula, especially for preemie babies, for twins and stuff like kids, babies that have to be born early. They knew what they were doing. They can't have milk, cow-based
Well, you think
milk.
about the mothers that are out there that don't have the money and they go through YCAP and they're forced. They
They're
don't
forced
have
to
a
use that
choice.
for
You
them
know, it's
cow-based milk
sad.
now, and their babies might die. And does Similac give a shit? No, because they're getting tons
They
of money
don't.
from the government.
This is our government.
Thank you for being
It's
sensible.
awful what you see in the world today. It
All
truly
right.
is very, very scary.
So Barbie thinks that I'm fooling around on
He's
my
not a
my
bad
life,
dude,
right?
man. Tony, what I'm saying is, the way you reacted, it's just like the thing with Mel with Ronnie. Reaction is everything.
Right.
But keep in mind,
And
who
so
he is
when you
attacking
became
him.
so defensive and
Yeah,
when
you're
you
right.
started
I'm
attacking
serious.
like Miss Patty and stuff, everybody just,
Yeah.
they're like, wait a minute. Because you could have been like, yeah, you know, and it could have went a different way. It really
Barbie, can I ask
could've.
you a question?
Accusations are so outrageous, though.
Yes, ask me anything.
Listen, so did you keep up with Ryan before he got into true crime? Honestly.
No, I didn't.
I have been a fan of him for 5 years. I live in
I
Kentucky.
watched him. I'm not going to say I didn't watch him before, and I thought it was really funny and stuff.
Okay, I
But
understand,
my
yeah.
channel unsubscribes me from stuff, and I,
Right.
you know, I go and watch
Okay,
other
well,
things.
listen
You
to me.
know,
Listen to me clearly, please. So all this time, I was supporting him, laughing at all these people he makes videos about, thinking that it was funny and like that there was just no harm in it. Turns out, Ryan isn't the person that we all thought he was, and apparently his mother isn't as well. I'm sorry, but it's true. She's been like comforting him through what he's doing. She knows what he's doing because it's making money. He just built her a house. He buys her everything. So of course she's going to support.
because he's a good son and he loves his mom.
He's not.
Okay, but he's
That
about
is
to
not.
burn out.
I don't see what's wrong with
giving
that.
them a
I
light.
don't understand
mothers are
how
not
people
good
are sticking up for Ronnie and Xana May and
I'm
these
not
people
speaking
that
for
are
Ronnie, but
suspicious.
Xana
I
May,
don't
I know
get
her
it.
personally. I speak to her daily now. I know who she is now. Have you?
I love Miss Patty. I
Not Miss
feel
Patty,
like
Xana
that
May.
woman
Xana
has
May.
one of the most wonderful vibes and a very good heart. And I think her
of course,
son
it
is a
is
good
for you.
man. I think he's got a good heart.
Barbie, I think you're crazy. I think you're delusional. I think
How am I delusional, Tony? I saw.
I think you live in an alternative universe.
I think that I follow true crime my entire life.
I think
And I think that I see strange things in this case, and I don't understand why Ryan is being attacked.
Barbie, I think your cheese slid off your crap.
You know that Ryan is trying to ruin true crime. You love it, right? And you love Zav, right? He is trolling us all.
I love Zav. She's a great woman.
Let me tell you what's going to happen. Everything Ryan's done, he's going to wash his hands of it with his documentary, and it's going to be laid on our laps, especially Zav.
Yeah.
He's going to make her look like he bought her off. Like she
You
has no
know-
morals and cares about none of the. I promise. Wait and see, baby.
But the thing is, you know, just because you believe in foul play doesn't mean that, oh, well, I believe that because Ryan told me to believe
No,
that.
honey,
Trust
no.
me, I've got my own mind.
This is from experience and education. That's how I look at this case. I'm biased.
Honey,
I even looked at the parents.
trust me, I'm
because
42 years
parents
old and I've had one crazy life and I've seen some crazy stuff.
You look pretty rough for 42.
You already told me that you can't understand.
Tony, my health is really bad. I've had quite a few surgeries. I've had my stomach open 5 times.
That's what I said.
I've just had back surgery recently.
Yeah.
My health is very bad.
Barbie, you're a beautiful woman, but please try to be here.
So can I please just say something?
Hey, Josh.
So I understand that you guys are saying that Ryan often says that people who don't believe him are automatically stupid, right? That's what Ryan has been saying.
I didn't understand. I'm so sorry.
If people don't believe Ryan, they're automatically stupid.
That's what everybody reacts as because it's a popular thing to do.
Okay, yeah, I understand that. But then when people are coming on here with genuine questions and that seem to be against Tony, but are clearly saying, you know, they're equal, why is everyone getting so defensive?
You're wondering why he's being defensive, right? That's what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying I understand he wants to defend himself against these serious accusations and that. Don't get me wrong, I understand that completely. I just want to ask, like, you've been saying really insulting stuff also to these people that are just asking genuine questions.
I haven't been rude or disrespectful to anyone. I've only been saying
no, not you. I'm speaking about Tony. Tony directly. You've been very insulting to me.
Josh, have you ever had a smear campaign go against you? Are you a YouTube creator? Because it's really hard to know how to react.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You know, you're dealing when I deal with the sheer ignorance that I have to deal with. It does get a little.
But the thing is, not everyone that's against you is ignorant. Just like not everyone
I disagree. I think they are ignorant. I think they are. They're ignorant of the truth. They're ignorant of reality.
Because they're against you, doesn't mean that they're ignorant.
I think it's kind of hard to.
Can you at least civilly agree to disagree?
Well, yeah, I completely disagree with you. Yeah.
It's kind of hard to decipher what is good and what's bad. So you're going to be like, okay, I'm going to have my guard up.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Okay, you're going to say something that's even remotely offensive, then you're going to get a offensive reaction.
Well, I don't have to explain. That's the first thing people need to understand. I don't owe an explanation.
He didn't have to do this for us.
Yeah,
he did not have
exactly.
to.
I don't need to explain anything to anybody.
But if he didn't do it, then what would happen? Like, it's so
it
weird.
doesn't matter. Even if I do it,
you're wrong no matter what.
Oh, it's this is that. You know, you're just never going to win.
If you speak up and tell people what their question is, you answer it, you're wrong.
But
if you don't, you're hiding something.
Yeah, it's just ignorance. It's sheer ignorance.
Like I said, I understand why you get the way you get, Tony.
I do
too. The person would get upset.
I would like to be his life coach. I'd be like, calm down.
I don't need a life coach. Take it on it.
So you're
I took on this army of shitheads all by myself. I did.
But you don't have to be by yourself, though, Tony.
No,
it's not just that, though. With all this hate and stuff people are spewing, that darkens a person.
Yeah.
Like if we put you, whatever you put out is what you get back.
That's absolutely correct.
People are horrible things, and it's bringing everybody in the community down.
That's like Jess that was on earlier. She don't agree with me on Tony clearly, but I still love her and respect her, and hope she sees what's going on. I just wanted to say that, but I still also respect Tony, and I'm glad that this is happening.
Yeah, we got.
If I could have a quick second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I've been kind of listening off and on in the background to everything that's been going on since Fetters jumped on.
Yeah.
And look, what I want to say is this, and everybody really, really, really needs to heed what I'm saying. It is absolutely absurd. Absurd. It is the most absurd level of absurd to sit and basically try, condemn, and sentence somebody for a 4-word post that someone else put in his DM.
That's right.
And that's all. And that is all you got.
Exactly.
That is absolutely fucking insane.
You're so right, Angry Snowman. Fuck yeah.
You know, and anybody that's sitting and saying that people are trying to fucking make excuses, that's the excuse. You have no fucking evidence. You people are fucking absurd and insane. Straight up. This is no different. Look, Tony, this is no different than a year ago when I was. Have you ever heard of Lichen Theory?
No, I haven't. I'm sure I'll have to learn about that.
Well, he's over at the beef sector of YouTube. All right. I'm sure some of you guys have heard of the beef. I'm sure some of you guys have heard of the beef sector, right? Well, no, as in they go out and they cause drama with each other.
Oh, drama
the
like
beef sector.
YouTube channel eaters.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, he was having a stream. They were doing some satire shit where him and another guy were pretending to be 2 old racist white guys from down south, saying some really off the cuff shit. Well, while they were doing that stream, they made a comment. Why doesn't anybody ever say any Jew or pedophile jokes? So me being in the chat, I get on the computer. I get online and I look up some Jew and pedophile jokes. I get on their stream and I say them. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here reading these pedophile jokes and these Jew jokes online, and what happens is people get offended. They clip, and it's like an hour and a half in its entirety that I rip off like maybe 7 or 8 jokes. They clip all these jokes, edit them together to make it seem like I ripped all these jokes off in like maybe 3 minutes. They didn't show any of the actual video footage. All it was a chopped and screwed edited version of a 1.5 hour long stream that I was a part of. All right. And then it went around the black manosphere and the white manosphere YouTube that I was a pedophile because I told some jokes.
That's how it works. They take it out of context.
Because I told some jokes. Now, mind you, there were people in the black manosphere, like Brother Polite at that time. Some of you guys might have heard of him. He's an influencer over there. He was actually brought up on charges for molesting his girlfriend's daughter. And they were excusing the act of molesting somebody, but trying to character assassinate someone for reading fucking words.
Hey, I'm gonna hop out for just a moment. I'll be right back, okay?
All right,
I'll be right back.
You know, and this is what I was talking about earlier when I first came on, when he first started the stream. This shit needs to stop, where people are taking words and their feelings and making that more dangerous than the actual act of doing something.
You were so right. When people do these things and take it out of context, it's super reckless, and it could cause another incident, accident, murder, things like that.
Not even murder, suicide.
You know, the thing is I'm friends with Fetters. You know, I've known Fetters since I first came on YouTube, literally. All right, and he knows about that whole thing last year of me going through and you look up Trailer Hood Voodoo Ninja on YouTube, and there are hundreds of hate streams about me, because that's what I used to go by, Trailer Hood Voodoo Ninja.
I had a smear campaign against me as well. I know what it's like, and it's shitty when they take
Well, actually, what pissed them off is I didn't let it phase me.
Exactly.
They got my channel shut down. Well, they got my channel. They got my channel shut down. They tried to assassinate my character. They tried to make me out to be something I wasn't, and tried to get me to go away. And all I did was lean into the shit harder. And
I thought for a long time that I was banned, and then I found out that I wasn't, because I proved that I had permission to use this content. I think it's similar to what happened. Only it wasn't like the type of content you're talking about. They just made me out to be just a bad person. You know what I'm saying? Silly shit.
I have a question.
I might have an answer.
Go for it.
Hopefully. So,
and Mark said something too.
Oh, he can go.
No, go ahead. Go, Tegan.
So, I did see the video that Ryan made about the whole messages and the whole whatever.
I did too. I watched them last night.
Yeah.
But okay, so can somebody like explain the phone call that Tony got that was like, hey, can we get the trailers and like you can move the girls?
There's a whole video, and you can go and watch it.
I don't know nothing about any of that shit. As far as I'm concerned, look, like this, as far as I'm concerned when it comes to that shit, unless somebody has empirical evidence that's showing Tony actually physically doing something, all it is hearsay. You know how easy it is in today's day and age with the technology we have to sit and manipulate somebody's voice to sound like someone else's voice for one. So manipulate, deep fakes are real.
Yeah.
It's a very real thing, and people are getting screwed over with that shit daily.
The president stuff, have you seen that where it looks like they're like starting wars and shit? Like they've used their faces and changed.
It's like, well, social media start the next world war.
It's dangerous. The IT, like the technology, the robotic technology, all that. It's really scary. It is.
You know, but now look. At first, I ain't gonna lie to you, Tony. I was sitting there like, man, why doesn't he just answer the questions? That was me personally. But then when you sat there and said, I don't have to.
Right.
And you're actually 100% right, and I'll give you that. It's up to the accuser to actually present. They're the ones with the burden of proof, not you.
You have the right to face your accuser, and you're innocent until proven guilty. And I have nothing to prove. I'm
right. The only thing you're guilty of is not going along with their interrogation. That's the only thing you're guilty of that I see right now.
I got like the Fetters and Dusty and accusing me of saying things I didn't say and do, and it's
And because I've been through it myself, man, that's why I take all that shit with a grain of salt, man. Because there's some fucking evil people out here in the world that'll do everything they can to try and fucking ruin your life. Just because they don't like something that you said or how you moved, or they think you were out of pocket about something, or you disagreed with them, and they think they're. And
then they act like they're your friend, and then the next time you see them on another panel talking shit, and
dude, I really wish I would have been on that panel Upchurch fucking showed up on. I really wish I would have had a heyday with that.
Yeah,
I chose